Hey y'all, get in here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We got to talk. We have definitely got to talk. I'm telling y'all right now, cocktail is ready to go because I'm going to have a little sippy sip to get through this one. This one, this one wasn't as juicy as last week, and I'm grateful because last week it was too chaotic. And I told y'all that. For me, last week I was overstimulated. This week, not so much. I could actually keep up without having to keep running it back to grab conversation. But that conversation at the end, this is the end. Hey, Brian, where you been? Listen, the conversation at the end says to me that Kelli, Farrow Potter, whatever the hell her last name is now, Kelli need to be quiet. She need to sit down and eat her food. Eat a waffle or something. Put a chicken tender, a wing, or a waffle in your mouth, because if you keep talking to Porsha going to tell all your business. All of your business. Leave that woman alone, Kelli. This is from me to you. Leave that woman alone. Now, let me greet who's in here. Y'all know this is Memorial Day weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend, so I know y'all getting ready. If y'all ain't already started your grills, y'all may have, at least got your charcoal and your lighter fluid ready, your meat thawed out for tomorrow, and all that good stuff. So, shout out to y'all for that. But Memorial Day weekend or not, this show didn't stop. I wanted to go live yesterday and talk about some stuff, but I got caught up. We left out the house to go do something. It started raining, and then we got caught in it trying to come back. That's a whole nother story. We'll talk about it. I can guarantee y'all we're going to end up going live tomorrow because there's some things we need to discuss. Stuff is getting out of control. We did also find out some, more of K. Michelle's reaching. I mean, this girl done throwed her shoulder out of socket, reaching. Yeah, so we're going to get into that. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. And I want to give y'all, before we greet everybody, let me just give y'all a little bit of, Black history. Okay? Let's give y'all a little bit of Black history, a little piece of Black American history as it pertains to Memorial Day. I don't know if y'all is aware, but Black American people, they say freedmen, even though everybody was not enslaved, still referred to as freedmen, Black American people. This is not people who moved here. This is the people who grew here, not flew here. Okay. Black American freedmen and Black Union soldiers organized the very first Memorial Day of May 1st, 1865 in Charleston, South Carolina, following the Civil War. So when you celebrate Memorial Day tomorrow, I just want to drop that in, that little piece in your spirit. When you're preparing to celebrate Memorial Day tomorrow, just remember them rib tips, the brisket, the tater salad, hopefully no raisins, in honor of the day, that good macaroni and cheese, your cabbage, which, fried cabbage and your hot water cornbread, whatever you got to go with the meat and all that stuff. Just remember to thank a Black American, okay? Because those was our folks. And just like many other celebrations and customs in this country are deeply rooted in Black American history, because this is our country. Contrary to popular belief, thank a Black American, okay? Thank a Black American, a foundational one, okay? I just wanted to drop that in y'all's spirit. We're going to have a wonderful night. Let me greet who's in the house. Adrienne Marie, hey girl, happy Sunday. Thank you for being like number one. Linnell Sala hit the button at the same time. Hey girl. All right, Magaline Lamar, my good sis is number 5, and so is Queen of Hearts KS. Good to see you, girl. Miss Thelma, she's like number 7, makeup addict, girl. You here? She said being married and still want to have arguments with women about other men, with two women about other men. LOL, hey y'all, I can't do this with K. Michelle anymore. Nor can I, dear, nor can I. Deborah Randall, y'all know Housewives Talk is legal once Deborah Randall is in the house, and she is like number 8. Hey sis, so glad to see you. My sweet is in here. She like number 11. All right, Sean, love and life. Hey nephew. All right, let me see what Sean says. Sean always got one for me. You ain't watched the episode? Oh no. Only thing I know about it was Kelly's Tom Ford t-shirt dress. I don't know. It's a look. It was a look, all right, but it was a look she probably should have left. She too sharp to be doing stuff like that. Bianca Edwards, Bianca the Beautiful is in the chat. Our head archangel, keeping the chat safe for you and me. Y'all show her some love in the chat, and she's asking y'all to please get comfortable and hit the like button now. Hit it. We need y'all to hit that thing. And RIP to Rob Bass. I did post it on the community tab and in Discord, but if y'all missed it, DJ Rob Bass, Mr. It Takes Two, Mr. Joint Pain has gone on to glory. Hopefully he was saved. He done went on to glory. Miss Nisi, happy Sunday. Thank you for being like number 16. All right. Sinclair Baptiste, like number 17. Auntie Eva is in the house. Hey, girl. How you doing? We glad you made it. She's like number 20. Tilly is in the house. Hey, Tilly. Wait a minute. Tilly said, are people really serious when they say they didn't watch it but want to review? Yes, everybody don't watch this show, honey. This is the channel that people come to when they don't want to watch the show so they can find out what happened, because they know I got the notebook and I'm going to tell you everything about it. A lot of people don't watch this show. A lot of people cashed out and cashed in on RHOA and Potomac long time ago. They only come to the reviews. Yes, they deadly serious. Sweet beloved, thank you for being number 15. Make sure you hit the like button, Tilly. Hey, M. McKinney, how you doing, sis? She is number 19. How you doing? How you doing? Michelle Montague. Hey, sis, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Symmetry, you too. Hit the like button now. Aries Sun, thank you so much for being like number 21. Y'all come in and get comfortable, because we got to get through some of the mess that went on tonight. Kat, thank you for being 21. Happy Sunday, honey. M. McKinney with my first support of the whole night. Spirit fingers. Thank you so much for being here. She said Drew is hunching that man. Kay can't even say black. Baby, she pulled a Clarissa Shields on K. Michelle tonight. Like, I'm going to ask you to stop saying his name. I was so shocked and shook. D Crazy, D Amazing, D Esther. She is like number 26, and she's here to run the reflection corner because she can't stay out of it. Brian done grabbed his crown back. What up, Brian? We're so glad you home. Delicia Dismute, thank you for being like number 27. We appreciate you. Miss Lovely T, thank you for being 28. And DV, thank you for being number 23. Jenny Patterson is here. Hey, love. Happy Sunday. Thank you for being number 31. Priscilla Clemens is 32. Hey, sis, my good girl. Iron Butterfly. I love Iron Butterfly. She is number 27. Y'all, I got to tell y'all about Bianca the Beautiful in just a minute. I'm going to tell y'all about her because I like to tell on people. Candy Butler, thank you for being 22. Brooklyn Queen for you. Thank you for being 38. My girl Tilly said, I'm confused as to why a whole married woman is concerned about an ex dating another one. Girl, sis, if you ask us, who we going to ask? Because that didn't make no sense, did it? That was crazy. Teresa, thank you for being 37. The whole episode was a trip and was. It was very telling too. Shonda Love from NOLA. I love our New Orleans folks, especially our New Orleans ladies. Y'all are so beautiful. I love them accents. I really do. I love y'all city. It's beautiful. Thank you for being number 34. Just Anticipate is here. Hey, boo. Thank you for being 42. Listen, y'all get my likes up. I want to play the like lottery. It's been too long. I ain't had a chance to call no numbers in so long. I feel like I'm being cheated. Zaleen, hello, girl. Hit the like button. Texas Passion, thank you for being 39. Sasha Bunny is 50. The Lauren Brown is number 43. Happy Sunday. Yes, a relaxing weekend. I'm wishing everybody a relaxing weekend. Girl, I don't know if she talking about J Mall, if she talking about John Gray. I don't know who she talking about, but she sure said that married preacher. Yes, she did. That's why I say Kelly need to be quiet and leave Porsha alone before she just go ahead and put everything on the table. Because I feel like that's the next thing that's coming. And see, Aries Diva, you trying to let the devil use you. You say she do. She need to shut up, but I want Porsha to tell it. See, you want Porsha to spray it out there. What about the wave? What about the wave? Come on now. Y'all, Wicked 548 is in the chat. Hit the like button, girl. Cloud9. Thank you for being number 48. Thank you. Nap Queen, New Orleans, another New Orleans lady. Y'all are so wonderful. Thank you for being number 57. I almost said 47. What's wrong with me? Same year as Juneteenth, which is another Black American holiday. And yet we have people trying to colonize Black American holidays. It's amazing. It's amazing. Black Americans do anything, here come a colonizer, baby, and they come in all colors, don't they? Political Junkie. Hey, Sharon, thank you for being 57, girl. Yes, our history. You know, folks would like us to forget our history so they could just hijack it. I don't know why they think we just gonna get amnesia, just forget who we are so they can just pretend they're us. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. Lulu's little girl, my sis is number 58. Tell mama I said, hey. Tiffany J, she's in the house. 58 is in the house. Hey, boo, thank you for being number 60. Judy Akwaye is 89. Belicious is 61. You feel like you need to watch it again? I'm going to probably watch it again. I can almost guarantee you I am. I don't think I missed anything, but I'm going to try to sit through it. I am going to fast forward through some parts because some of that Kelli stuff didn't make no sense to me. Keyro TV is 61. Just anticipate. Now, you all in the married people business, and we are too. She said, K. Michelle don't want to be with that man. She just want to say she married. Well, Lord. Wicked. Thank you for being number 67. Arturo. Hey, boo, where you been? Thank you for being 64. He said, K. Michelle, fake ass flubbergubber, because we ain't going to say that other word. And Kelli, Porsha would have walked your little tail and shoulda. Although I'm gonna, be honest, I don't want to see Porsha get a hold to that little bitty woman. She would not survive it, and y'all know it. Okay, Dr. J. Hey, boo. I'm glad you're here. Make sure you hit the like button, sis. Hit it. Okay, your show is on. Okay, listen, I'm trying to make sure we don't miss nobody, because once we get cracking, we got to get it cracking. We got a good 7.5 going on 8 pages of notes to get through, and we're going to talk about it. Yes, we are. You say you love how Drew not being a punk. Well, I mean, I can't never say she was really being a punk. She's just not playing victim. I think what we're seeing with Drew Sidora this season, normally what we have seen her do is throw rocks, hide her hands, and tell a bunch of lies. If I'm being honest, this season, we have not seen Drew tell a lot of lies. We have not seen her do a whole lot of rock throwing, hide her hands, play victim. Like her normal thing that she do, she ain't been doing this season. And that could be due in large part to K. Michelle attacking her for nothing. Maybe we needed somebody to actually attack Drew. I don't know. But Drew has been leaps and bounds better than we have seen her come through. She's doing a lot better. But I would never say she was being a punk before. She was trying to be manipulative, and it was only fooling people who were slow, because she ain't never fooled me. Maltzby, what's going on? How you doing, kinfolk? I'm glad you made it. Tammy, hey, boo, thank you for being 29. Symmetry say, Drew said, Kay is not coming to take my spot. I know that's right. Politically in motion. You be changing that name. Hey, boo, that's right, y'all. Hit the like button. Thank you for being like number 76. Camille Fun, hey, love, hit the like button. And Belicious says, Kay is giving obsessed. It's like Kay feels away because the same men that showed interest in her in 2024 is interested in someone she knows. Yeah, and there was a football player too. That had ended up dating Porsha, that she ended up dating, which was somebody from the Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all say something in the chat if y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, if y'all know Iron Butterfly, thank you so much for the Cash App. This is my second support of the whole night. Thank you, sis. Let me send a heart back. Thank you so much. And then, but it's Atlanta. Everybody hunching everybody. So I don't understand why, your ex is not allowed to date, or they got to check in with you first to make sure it's not somebody you cool with before they stop. It's a Peyton place. J. Rochelle, thank you for being 91. My girl, Mo Walker. Girl, I'm so happy to see you because it's a mess tonight. And I know you like mess. Thank you for being 84. Aries D would say, you can tell Kelli don't know Porsha. I had a flashback to that reunion with Kenya. Yeah, don't be putting stuff in that girl face and you can't do nothing with her. You can't. One of Porsha legs is bigger than Kelli. And Kelli ain't small. But one of that girl legs is bigger than her. She need to, think about your life choices. Make good choices, Kelli. That's not a smart choice, mama. Fatima, thank you for being number 92. I love you back. It grew out. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all exactly the change that I've made, because my hair kind of grows anyway, but it has probably grown more than it, at a quicker rate. What I have used, y'all can look it up, is GHKCU. It is like a copper supplement. So, look up GHKCU, because that's the only thing that I changed, because I still use Sacred products and all of that. Love Sacred. I'm trying to get some of their new stuff. I'm gonna make it my time. That's right, girl. Remember to tell them the engagement button on the bottom right hand side, the circle with the heart emoji. Hit an emoji, and send up some bubbles, because y'all know I'm sensitive. Oh yes. DS say you can see Drew's neck since she ain't been lying. I told y'all that line is what was shrinking that girl neck. Sinclair Baptiste say she with Porsha this season. Yeah, but she being real though. She being better. Like Drew has not been sitting up just telling 100 lies this season. She hasn't. Candy Butler, thank you for the super sticker since my third supporter the whole night. Listen, my sister show up for me, and I appreciate that. Look, so let me make sure I got everybody, because I know everybody got something to say. Okay. Toki, thank you so much for being like number 90. You say you thought it was 97, but it's 96. Okay, welcome. Yeah, she's not covering up much this season, and I like that. That's really what it takes for me to be okay with the cast members on these housewives shows. Be yourself. Don't tell a bunch of lies. Don't go lying on people. Don't lie on your own situation. Then you go around and forget what lie you told. Just be yourself. Don't go taking shots at people and then playing a victim when they serve it back to you. Just, give us a show. We signed up to watch a show, and y'all signed up to give us a show, so give it to us. Miss Nisi say, yep, LaShawn McCoy. That's who it was on the Philadelphia Eagles that had dated Porsha and also had dated K. Michelle. And now it's an African that dated K. Michelle and then dated Porsha. What I'm not understanding is why K. Michelle taking it so personal. It's given the same reason that Kelly Farrell is upset, because a man you dated Porsha before. Porsha's popular. Porsha's pretty. Y'all are dating. He was somebody else ex. Should they be mad at you too? Like, it's not making sense. Fatima say it's 25 people that need to hit the like button, and I need y'all to really do that, because once I get started, I don't want to stop. Arturo say Porsha booty is a whole different world. Man, Sin had me hollering about Porsha booty. She say it's not 2 butt cheeks, it's 2 butts. So weak. TG, thank you for being like number 59. Happy Memorial Day weekend and happy Sunday. All right. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let the vertical do what it do. And that way, if we catch some folks that didn't get the notification, we do, and we can just direct them on in. E. Davis, thank you for being like number 95. Ain't no telling. Everybody go with everybody. It's Atlanta. So how we going to know? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. So let's get the housekeeping out of the way. We need y'all to hit the like button. Put your like number in the chat. Okay? So we can, have a little fun later, because as long as I don't have to beg for likes, we will play the like lottery. I like to have fun, and I haven't been able to call anybody's lottery number in a while because I be having to beg for likes. So hit the like button. Also, I want to say, if y'all see somebody new in the chat, make sure you welcome people. If we have somebody new show up, I need y'all to spam the chat with the word welcome, because we are happy to have them here. Nobody should feel tolerated. Everybody should feel welcome. Also, if this is your first time hanging out with us, make sure that you put first time or FTL for first time live, so we can thank you personally and individually, because we're happy to have you here. Hey, Ace, where you been? I missed you. Thank you for being like number 100. Okay. That's the thing. So that's what it is. So let's get into what's going on. So make sure y'all are welcoming folks. If it's your first time, let us know. We're going to welcome you. Please, if you just must cuss in my chat, I ask that you misspell your cuss words. While this is not Sunday school, YouTube does, go around filtering and censoring. So please be careful. Respect my house a little bit. Also, no bickering, arguing, or disrespect of anyone in my chat will be tolerated, not myself, the moderators, or your fellow listeners. So be kind. If you disagree with somebody, please agree to disagree respectfully. Everybody's favorite ain't your favorite, and and vice versa. And I don't like none of them. So be aware. If your fave does something that I don't care for, I'm dragging them. And if your fave is in the right, I might be on their side a little bit. Okay. So let's get into what's going on. Mm-hmm. Notebook is ready to go. It doesn't look like a lot of people. Well, it's quite a few people on the vertical. If you're looking at me over here on the vertical, this live is temporary. It's only going to be up for a couple of minutes to make sure we can route you to our regular live stream. Okay. This is just because we can't trust YouTube with the notifications, especially for Black creators. We just can't trust you because they crooked as hell. Okay. So we got our notebook. We got our notes. Before I do that, let me make my drink. And I got to tell y'all on Bianca the Beautiful, let me tell y'all, she played games. So I was sitting in the house yesterday and I got a delivery for Canada Dry. Y'all remember we was just talking about how ginger ale is medicine for Black folks. And I was saying that I like the original, and she was telling me about all the flavors, and I hadn't tried all the flavors. I did have a cranberry during the holiday, and that do be bussing. So I get a delivery. I see this chubby clear woman pulling my yard in a minivan. And so I asked Papa, I say, you seen that clear woman? He said, no, I ain't see her. And he said, somebody left ginger ale. And he brought it to me. And I look, I say, this is cherry fruit splash ginger ale. I say, nobody did that but Bianca. I called her immediately. I say, hey, you sent them ginger ale to my house and all we could do was laugh. Let me tell you something. These things is good. And it's real good if you should so happen to put it with some Sir Davis, and that's what I'm finna do. So I'm gonna make my cocktail, and we're getting into these notes. Okay, Cass ATL, thank you for being like number 104. Okay. Yeah, she sent me some good medicine, and I'm gonna need the good medicine to get through what went on tonight. I'm just gonna tell y'all that up front, because there was a lot of little undercover gossip that was slipping and sliding. Okay. Tammy said Angela and Drew got to be the biggest fools in Atlanta. That woman said she would F Charles and Drew was effing Dennis for beats. So I'm confused. Dumb and Dumber Porsha would forever get it. Why would Drew be trying to give it to anybody? I don't understand. I don't. But I'm with you, I guess. Yes, honey, cocktail. Tracy Lashley, thank you for being like number 105. Yeah, I'm finna put this good whiskey and chase it with some Canada Dry. Anybody on this live, I'm going to end it. Come over to the other one, hit the icon for the channel. It's still going to show that we're live. Come on in. And those of y'all that's over here, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. You're in the right place. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, no. Tracy says she tried the same flavor and it was sold out. Girl, I'm sorry, sis. I'm so sorry, but it was so good. It's so good. It literally is so good. Hold on, my ice tried to melt. Just like that. So yeah, let's get into it. ECW, thank you for being 106, honey. Y'all make sure y'all hitting my like button. Okay, Lady Rowe, thank you for being number 107. It's really good. It's really good. So look. Notes ready. Y'all ready? I got my emotional support elephant on deck. And let's talk about what went on. What done went on this episode. Dana Brown, thank you for being 108, girl. I got some Sir Davis in this Canada Dry cherry fruit splash from Bianca the Beautiful. Y'all tell her thank you for me. Yeah. Because I don't normally chase my liquor, but I'm going to chase it tonight. So look, they started the episode. I didn't have a lot of faith in them. I'm going to just be honest with you. Not the way it was started. We started with Kelli at that Tide restaurant, Shamia on a movie panel, and Pinky with her baby doing something. The baby's cute. I can say that. I did like seeing the baby. Y'all know I love to see the babies. This is what was her name? Eliza. This is Eliza. My bad. I just be calling her my emotional support elephant, but I did name her Eliza. Sir Davis. That's what it is. But you buy the blackberry every chance you get. Yeah, I like the cranberry one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't have no faith in tonight's episode. Not the way it started, because it started with all of the loser alliance. And y'all know I call the loser alliance Kelli, Shamia, K. Michelle, and Stanky Cole. That's the loser alliance. And I call them that because they're losers. And also because they're the ones who chose to make an alliance rather than just hanging with everybody. Like, why y'all got to be so weird about everything? But, you know, I was like, at least Kelli showed us the baby. Y'all know how I am about the children. I love the children. I'm always excited to see the children. Like, oh, thank you, Jesus. I love the children. So glad to see the children. Can we see more of the children? Maybe if I see the kids, I'll like you better. Y'all know how I am with Giselle on Potomac. I can't hardly take Giselle. She's been better, though, since Robin been gone. But now that Robert is back, you know, I guess we're going to go back to being like, ugh. But as long as she's with her children, she just ain't that bad. Except for that time she put that foot rag in her face at the nail shop. That's a different story. But they started with that. So then we got Kelli, her mama, and her granny at the restaurant. I will say I did enjoy seeing mama and grandmama. Grandmama's a cutie patootie. Mama's a cutie pie. And they was all sitting up talking. And the mama was telling her, like, look, the restaurant's slow. And you could tell Kelli was not looking for her mama to tell her that that restaurant was slow on camera. Kelli want to look like she doing better than she doing. Girl, you come out better to just look. Hey, I'm hitting bad. You know what I'm saying? You hitting bad. Stop trying to look successful when you're not. You know, sometimes your destiny helper might be skipping you over because they think you're doing fine. Girl, you better tell them people you need some help. Lady Rose said Kelli's daughter didn't know what a raincoat was, and she's in college. Is Kelli teaching her daughter? She sounded like she know what it was to me, girl. Yeah, the cheering is the best part. Pink Pilates Princess, thank you for being like number 91. Okay, Teresa said, in my opinion, I think Shamia is responsible for the split. I was checking out her expressions. Oh, yes, absolutely. Whiskey, baby, whiskey. Now, the scene with the mama and them, while it was a little dry, there go my baby. Speaking of mama and them, I'm mama and them to her. This is my baby number. She's like number 112. I know good and well that y'all ain't got 37 Negroes sitting in here and ain't hit the like button. Now, before I start digging into this mess, and I got all the notes, footnotes, and thoughts. Before I start digging in, please let me know that I don't need to stop and do a Turkish lesson. Do I need to stop and do a Duolingo? Y'all want to learn, you know, some Turkish verb conjugation? Because we can do that. It won't bother me one bit. I'm getting better every day. Okay? Every day. I'm going to give y'all a hot 30 seconds to get them notes. While I start on the notes, y'all got a good 30 seconds to get them likes up. Oh, we going to learn some Turkish. Yeah. Right. Merhaba. We going to learn some Turkish. So, yeah, so they sitting there. Her mama put her right out there like, girl, it's slow up in here. She talking about, you think it's slow? She said, yeah, it's slow. And then she proceeded to say that the people you got there need more training. She said they need some training and stuff in the kitchen, and went to naming all the places where she need the training at and all like that there. Kelli looking crazy, and her mama was looking like she was dead serious. Now, mama had a pleasant look on her face. Mama just is cute, and she still looks youthful. She looks beautiful, but mama clearly was not playing with Kelli. She said these people need some training. Okay, Richard Wilson, thank you for being like number 115. She say, we need you to go ahead and get it together. Kelli, you know, then openly expressed that her mama take care of everything for her, which I can understand. But at some point, Kelli, you got all them children, you got one of your children is grown now, and you still putting everything on mama. You got to take some of that off of mama. And I understand mama's jumping in and handling everything. I'm that kind of mama. I jump in and swing on everybody. I got it. But you got to take some of that off your mama, honey. Venus Lacey, hit the like button. Good to see you. Antoinette, thank you for being number 81. Say, if you don't hit the like button, Pinky gonna eat you. She might. She just might. You never know. Arturo say restaurants are not for everybody. Just because you got money don't mean you need to spend it like that. And restaurants are businesses that are known to fail. I love it when the mamas tell it too, because that's how we found out Drew money was bad, because her mama told it. That sweet lady. So then she starts talking, you know, she was in the production. They asked her about the t-shirt she was wearing, talking about this Tom Ford, look more like Fruit of the Loom to me. I don't know. It could be anybody. Who knows? That could be a regular t-shirt she got from a man that she wearing for a dress because she's so little bitty. Okay. I'm just saying. There's my sister. Alita is in the house. Hey, girl. Welcome back. We miss you. So then she starts talking about Diamonds Bling. Hello from London. Oh, we got another UK beauty in the house. Well, hey, girl. Welcome. Blessed woman of God is here. Thank you for being like number 121. I do need y'all to get them likes up when I take the next pause for the calls. If them likes ain't right, y'all gonna be learning some Turkish tonight. Okay, and I ain't bluffing. Y'all know I'm not. So look, she said that she was calculating and counting up, and she feel like he need to be paying her $50,000 in child support. He being her ex-husband. Her mama was like, as he should. And I'm with mama. I don't care if the baby ain't right. That's your baby. If she say he need to be giving her $100,000, mama, I'm with you, as he should. I'm gonna always go with the mamas. Y'all know, even usually for me, the people that I do not like, yep, y'all spam the chat with the word welcome for Miss Diamonds Bling. I shouldn't have to tell y'all, spam the chat. Welcome, and welcome again. Okay, act like y'all is at the church house. You welcome once, you welcome twice. You're welcome 3 times in Jesus Christ. You're welcome over here. Okay. Make sure you come back. Okay. Because we're happy to have you. See to it that you subscribe and come back. So look, listen. After she said that, she said she's in a bind financially, and it's affecting her because she can't film with her daughters. And I'm trying to figure out, why is that affecting you so much? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that you want to film with your children. I like to see the ladies film with their children, but you're supposed to be here to tell your story, and your story is not all about your children. It makes me wonder, like, Kelli, are you hyper focused on Porsha because you can't film with your children? I don't know if that's it, because you already was like hyper fixated on Porsha last season and you could film with your children. So I don't understand what this big thing is about. I need to film with my children. I want to cry because I need to film with my children. It just doesn't make sense, but I guess so. Or maybe maybe she's crying because she feels frustrated because this man has a say over whether the children can film or not. Maybe she feel like he's still controlling her or something. Hey, Yvette, this our girl all the way from Birmingham, UK. Our Birmingham beauty is in the house, and you know this, and y'all know this. Rochelle is number 125, Yvette 128. Aries Diva say Kelli just ain't got no story. That might be what it is. The baby say, I ain't got no bubbles. Do I need to check? Can we get bubbles? Because I'm giving y'all a minute to catch up on these likes. Can I get some bubbles? Okay. So she was talking about that. Then she went on to say that, you know, she blaming the man. He trying to control her. Say she dating. She gave a man the code name Jarvis like he Tony Starks. But I'm like, girl, Iron Man had plenty of money. He had plenty of money. Big face hundreds. So if you dating somebody with big face hundreds, why is you crying about money? Money shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to tell you another reason money shouldn't be a problem. The old ladies used to tell us that a wet behind and a dry purse ain't match. So why is you hunching anybody in your money bag? If I'm right, put a 1 in the chat. If I'm out of line, give me a 2. I can be checked. Yep, Kelly's daughter has her original face. I peeped that. I did. Because I was surely trying to figure out who that girl looked like. She focused on her because she's upset that Porsha got more out of a 2-year marriage than her. I mean, you just got to learn what it do. Oh, I see the ones. My sister's with me. Because I'm trying to understand how you out here popping cat and your money bag. I don't even know how you get your pocketbook to work and you ain't got no money. You should have called a Charlie horse in that thing. Your cooter pop should have balled up into a fist. How man even asked you for some cat in your money bag? And it should have just balled up. It should have turned inside out. and puckered up like it was sucking on a lemon. How did you manage the pop cat with an empty? Am I being too Floridian? Please, y'all welcome to let me know. Because how on earth? Where they do that at? Where do they do that at? Alita say, oh, maybe the cat is bad. That's true. That's true. Y'all know I'm a proponent for that. I will tell y'all some people is out here peddling bad cat and they need to put it away. Now, she said this man, she been going with him for a year, a whole year, and your money's still bad. Something ain't right. Belicious say, why you taking off your panties for the passer from the plane? Now, that don't make no sense. How did they get there? And who the passer? I sure wants to know. Just anticipate, say Jack Daniels will never let you down, but I tried the Sir Davis, only do say from Duze, but didn't like it. I likes it. I'm a whiskey girl. Yeah, it don't make no sense. I don't understand how girls do that, Magaline. It don't make no sense at all. You say, or smelly cat. I hope it ain't. I hope it ain't, because ain't no excuse for that. We grown women. We grown women. Ain't no reason for you not to have a handle on your hygiene. I don't even like people talking up under women clothes like that. You should have a handle on yourself. Toke say, no, because I'm from Louisiana, and I believe that as well. That's what the old folks used to say. They sure did. Ziriana say, Porsha say that man ain't giving Kelli no money. She say the married preacher ain't, but she claims she done had a boyfriend for a year and called him at the in the confessional. So if you done call this man and you calling him Tony Starks from Iron Man and he ain't got no Iron Man money, why you been going with him for a year, ma'am? Why? Miss Nisa says she need advice from Porsha. Yeah, she shouldn't have been beefing with the heifer. She should have been taking notes. Maybe Kelli should get a Nigerian like Porsha. Well, Porsha ain't got no Nigerian now, and she still seemed to be counting money. She only was with one of them, and then she started counting money. I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't like the honey Jack Daniels. That was too sweet for me. I didn't care for that. Boyfriend and broke do not go together. That's Plaids and Stripes. I'm so glad that so many of our women in here are on code. Yes, no poverty pimping. No struggle dating, no struggle love. The grandmama asked her, like, look here, man, do he got a W-2? I say, come on, Granny, come through. But Granny, here go the problem. Your grandbaby got problems that a W-2 won't fix. Not traditionally. I do like Buchanan's. Granny, your baby got problems. She got debts that a W-2 man usually can't traditionally fix. So, but I do respect Granny for keeping it a buck and a bean with her. Like, girl, because she said, how I feel. I say, come through, Grandma. Why your granddaughter so raggedy? Because Grandma is an OG, triple OG, and I felt her spirit through the screen. I felt Did y'all feel Granny? I felt Granny. Oh, I felt her through the screen. I'm like, wow, I like your mama and your granny. Why you so raggedy? Why? Thank you. I'm with you. I need a 1099, man. Hallelujah. Well. We need a 1099. I don't want to tune it up too bad for you, but yeah, a W-2 man can't always fix your problems. You understand? Yes. Deborah Randall say, yeah, I don't care for that sweet Jack. Yeah, boy, y'all in here talking about this liquor man. Divorced a year ago and been going with the man for a year. So look, then we get to K. Michelle and her husband. We got to talk about this scene. All of this problematic. So K. Michelle, our moderators, before we get into the K. Michelle of it all, I need y'all to check my likes. So I know if we getting into K. Michelle or we getting into my Duolingo. That's what I need to know. So I know what I'm doing. Not an Iron Man with a Mighty Mouse pockets. No, ma'am, Pam. Moderators, what's my likes? Okay, so we got like a what's this? 28 people still playing. I ain't gonna drag y'all to Turkey for 28 people, but y'all tell them to hit the like button. Porsha said Kelli need to learn how to read a document. Yes, she do. Porsha says she may not be smarter than a fifth grader, but I bet you she knew how to read that prenup. Sean say, as a man, just let me say, us guys don't usually respect a woman that gives it up without a cost. If it's easy to get, it's easy to disregard and disrespect. I'm just saying. Y'all hearing it from your cousin Sean. He telling you the truth. He telling you the truth. Because you telling him it ain't got no value. That's why you're passing it out like popcorn. I'm just saying. So look, K. Michelle and her husband goes to the dentist because he say family and friends is the worst patients, which I can understand. Nobody wants, their family or friends as patients a lot of times. Just like professionals, they say professionals make the worst. Doctors make the worst patients. Nurses make the worst patients, because we're going to second guess everything you got going on, all that, right? So he went with her to her dentist appointment. And so, he was like, look, you make me nervous. She said, that's a good thing and all that or whatever. And I just feel like even her responses to this man seem rehearsed and fake. I hope he knows she don't really like him like that. I know y'all love to say a man don't like a woman like that, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say, K. Michelle don't like that man like that. It's giving homeboy vibes. And you want him to feel like you got more of a romantic attachment to him than you actually do. That's what it gives, okay? And I don't know, but that do look like it could be a Duke curl in that man's head. It could be a Duke curl in his head. I don't know if that's a Duke curl, if that's a carefree curl, if it's a luster silk. I don't know, but it's definitely giving texturizer. It's giving texturizer. I would say Duke. Makeup Addict say Twitter is saying they talking about Shawnee husband, that pastor. Well, now, Sister O Nostrils did start hunching that man when he was still married to the first lady. And Shawnee's the second lady. So if Kelli was trying to be the third lady, I don't have a lot to say. Why he looks scrubbish for a dentist? What a dentist supposed to look like now? He just picked a bad hairdo. Zelene said exactly, no struggle love. You can struggle alone, not with a sorry man. That's dead weight. Arturo said, I'm confused about his hair too. What is going on with his hair? And why does his face look like melted plastic? Boy, it's a tough crowd tonight. Hey, DS, you ready? You ready? Because Arturo need to go. You see him? Come get your cousin. You going to the reflection corner. That's 11-second violation. You said that man face looked like melted plastic. And see, she going too because she said it's giving soul glow. Yeah, grab Arturo. Both of y'all go in there and set the chairs up. Kimberly Day said, it's my first time here, loving the commentary. Welcome, sis. Y'all spam the chat with the word welcome for our beautiful new sister, Kimberly Day. Welcome, lovely. We're glad to have you. Belicious, I can't imagine Kay watching him hunch on another woman, but she jealous if her ex dated a chick she knew. I'm telling you, K. Michelle would, she'll let her lie loose now. She'll let her lie loose. She'll let it rip. Thank y'all for welcoming this lovely lady, and we really hope that you feel the warmth and the welcome. We want you to come back often and soon, and make sure you subscribe so you know when we go live. Okay. Now you say it's one of the old school curls. Okay. All right. Hey, oh so pretty. Say y'all find out who the married preacher. Not yet, but we are hot on the trail. Welcome, Kimberly. Welcome, Kimberly. So look. So then Kay started complaining about Dallas and, I was so calm when everything was going on. And he said, well, would the lady say agree that you was calm when everything was happening? She said, well, they ain't gonna agree with nothing. And then she starts talking about, that she met and was telling Phaedra about whatever. And we got a little clip of that meeting. Obviously, it wasn't even exciting enough for you highly welcome, honey. It wasn't even exciting enough for production to keep it in the episode. We just got a clip of the pottery meeting with Kelli and K. Michelle and Phaedra. And so Phaedra was like, well, I heard about you and Black, but I didn't know about any other things that were going on at all. And so she's like, oh, well, I can deal with Phaedra because she know when to back off and tap out. It turns me on that you know when to tap out. Phaedra's not scared of you. What can you do? If you touch Counselor Parks, you're going to jail. She's probably going to sue you. And your mouth can't outdo Phaedra. K. Michelle got a mouth, but it's mostly loud. Her mouth can't outdo Phaedra. Phaedra ain't scared of you. There's nothing you can do. There's literally nothing at all that she can do with Phaedra. Phaedra just legit didn't know what the hell you was talking about. And we got to just be real about a couple things. And K. Michelle, you're nuts. You came up with this harebrained scheme. This was a scheme that Todd set up for you to pretend like people is plotting on you And it just ain't happening, honey. It's not. Hey, Shakuru. So anyway, so then the hygienist come out to take them in the back. Then she got the nerve to say, "Oh, you so pretty. You couldn't work for my husband." And everybody was kind of caught up on the fact that she's being insecure about this girl. And y'all are missing the people who felt that way. Put a 6 in the chat if that's how y'all took it. That she was just being jealous of this girl that was the hygienist at the dentist's office. If that's what y'all got from it, put it for me in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Because I saw that a lot online. Everybody was like, "Oh, she's so insecure." You know, she worried about, oh, she couldn't work for my husband. Mind you, this the same lady went on Shannon Sharp and said that her marriage is basically open. He can screw anybody he wants. Just don't pay no bills for them or whatever. I see the 6. Okay, that's what they're saying. What I took from that was not even that. I felt like that was her way of making sure she let the lady know, my husband's a dentist. She's so interested in wanting to impress people. That's all I took from that. Her main goal for that statement was, I need you to know that my husband is a dentist. She wants people to be impressed by her. And I think that's part of the problem she having. Y'all, excuse me, I got to get me a BC paddle. That's part of the problem she having with Porsha. She feels like people would be more impressed with her if Porsha were not there. And I'm sorry, that's what it's given to me. That's what it's given to me. But anyway, so that happened. Short scene. It said it didn't say much, but it said a lot at the same time, right? So then moving right along. Hold on, just anticipate. We ain't gonna move too quick. Just anticipate. Say, I can't believe she opened her mouth to tell the world she said her husband can cheat. She said, yeah, he could poke whatever long as he don't pay no bills. And a lot of women feel that way. But I just feel like, K. Michelle, you not that kind. You still worried about an ex you don't go with no more. Kimberly might want the chocolate woman on a holiday. Yeah, she might have wanted to go with the woman too, but I really felt like it was a matter of please be impressed by me. That's what it gave. So anyway, then we get the meetup between Porsha, Phaedra, Angela, and Drew. I thought that was, at first I was thinking, is this random? And I said, well, no, these ladies actually got along in Dallas. Maybe they're trying to give us more of the group vibe. It's just we can't get a full group vibe because Shamia, or Shamessi as Angela called her, has created the Loser Alliance. And we had some people join right on up. So yeah. So the ladies who are not a part of the Loser Alliance, sans Cynthia, met up and had some lunch. They sat down to eat some groceries. Phaedra said Angela saved her from that horse that was going to take her life over there in Dallas. So now they might be building a friendship, and that Angela looks more youthful. Now she going to give you a little push that you look more youthful since you saved her from that horse. And I said, now that's funny. Porsha said she needed a break after Dallas. Angela said her daughter, that little cutie patootie, is going to be in a fashion show. And I thought that was adorable. Latrice, what is this name? Y'all be changing these names. Lie to you. I already know your truth. Hey, baby, thank you for being number 158. So all of that going on, right? Miss Sparkle is here, our resident Mary Kay lady. Hey, sis. She telling y'all to hit that like button. Y'all holler at if y'all need some stuff now. Divine Miss M, thank you for being 159. So she says she need a break. Angela say the baby gonna be at the fashion show. Phaedra was in the room at the Emmys. They played the clip from last reunion when Angela had rehearsed that read about you not in the rooms I'm in. And it's like Phaedra's, a household name, honey. We just learning you. Maybe you'll be too eventually. But it's just funny, when stuff like that happen. I'm glad that they can look back on that moment and they can both laugh at it. Because, Sasha Bunny said, Kay, look a mess on Watch What Happens Live. If y'all watch that, go check it out. So yeah. So I thought that was, a nice little lighthearted moment. They could go back to the old shade back and forth and laugh at it because it was not that deep. It shouldn't have never been that deep. They joked about, next time she could be Phaedra's +1. I thought that was cool. And then they talk about, Phaedra tells them about the Kelli and K Michelle meet up with the pottery because she said she wanted to get to the bottom of stuff before her sound Reiki event, whatever the hell that is that she was doing. Y'all know I don't understand all that, spacey, hippy dippy stuff, but that's what she's into. Hey, Miss Peaches, thank you for being 162. We missed you too, doll. We did. So look, so she let them know, like, hey, she told me that Porsha and Drew was plotting on her, and the plot was with y'all. Because that's what she said. She didn't even tell Phaedra, oh, I heard you was part of it. Because Phaedra was like, well, she said it was y'all two, because that's what she said, right? And she said, well, somebody's telling her things. She said, somebody's telling her things. Porsha says it's the voice in her head. And so then Porsha's in her confessional, hilarious. She said, I'm sitting up here like a dummy, badgering her, talking about who, and the who is me. And so she was like, this girl want a friendship on another level, but she ain't really ready for that. I don't think she wanted a friend on another level. I think it was a matter of she didn't want to be your friend at all, Porsha. And she was mad because you were being kind to her, and she's worried about everything other than she don't want you to be kind to her. She'd rather beef with you. She don't want to be your friend because she can't outshine you, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Then we get this scene with Porsha and her kinfolks. This was her sister and her mama, and then the two children, little Bailey and little Pilar. They're such cute little girls, and they left them to play, and Miss Diane went to go check on the children. So we find out that Pilar want a lizard. Children be asking you for the most random bull crap. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna get it. Porsha started telling them about Dallas or whatever, before Miss Diane left, and she proceeds to let them know that Mike did meet her in Dallas. And they asked, did he stay with, that Porsha said the women was asking, was he coming to the house? And she was like, look, those are y'all husbands. If y'all want to lay up, that's whatever. She didn't feel comfortable bringing the man to lay up with him around them women. I appreciate that because that's not cute. Then Lauren let us know. Hold on, let me take my BC powder, child. Oh my. But Lauren let her know that Mike called her crashing out because he hadn't heard from Porsha for 3 days. And then he sent a mariachi band to the lady house. Now, this is where it get messy. So Porsha was like, yeah, like a whole concert. So we get a clip from where them people came to Porsha house, and she coming out the door to a whole mariachi band. And yeah, they do. They work fast, and I needed to work quick. So look, so she out there, entertaining because the man sent a mariachi band because he ain't talked to her in a couple of days. I think he desperately wanted to be on that show, and it just didn't work out. And I'm glad she left that alone. But anyway, so while the mariachi band out there, Dennis pulls up. So this is what I did not know. So the area what she live in right now, the house that her and Simon had together, which is now her domicile, Dennis lived real close because she say Dennis lived a stone's throw away. What a problem is, apparently, the minute she pull up, the minute the people pull up for her and she out the door with them, hey, DM Rocks, Dennis pull up. Dennis at the gate trying to get in. So that means you up here watching to see who in and out this lady house and just pull up to the woman house while the mariachi band outside because he's so worried about Mike. Remember, her and him had words when they was trying to do the little podcast for Pilar, and he talking about you need to take a break from dating and you need to do this. It's like, Negro, when you had this girl, you should have acted right. You don't get to, be no armchair, quarterback, and you quarterback in her love life. She can date who she want to, do what she want to. If she want to, pop her cat like a rubber band or sit on it and let it spoil. That is her business. What she do with her tail, her time is not your business, Dennis. You supposed to be co-parenting and minding your business. Your business. It's none of your business. Right, Yvette? That wasn't no coincidence. It's giving Dennis is stalking this lady. I don't know, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Just anticipate, say he has a whole girlfriend. Yeah, but that girlfriend is a placeholder. A man you can be a man girlfriend and you could just be a placeholder. If he was serious about you, he would not be sitting up here harassing his ex. I can promise you that. Let me tell y'all what I think. I think that Dennis was excited when her and granddaddy broke up, and he thought, okay, she went through all of that. When they split up, I'd be able to get back with her. And it didn't work out like that. Instead, Porsha done went on about her business, and I don't think Dennis know how to take that. He thought granddaddy move out the way, he just gonna slip and slide. And Porsha said, no. And so he done popped up. So I'm like, wow. Messy, 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 messy. So anyway, they talked about that. And then she was talking about the girl that she was going with, Sway. Well, the person she going with now, but at the time she was going with her and Mike, so she said. And then she was talking about the boy that Mike, he want a baby. That's his deal breaker, and she ain't trying to do that. And so Lauren was like, well, Sway want a baby. And Porsha said, well, Sway can have a baby, which is a point. Touche. Sway is a woman. Sway can have a baby. Y'all seen what happened with Brett and Big Booty Judy. Brett had the baby. Judy ain't have to have no baby. Brett had the baby. So then Lauren was like, well, what y'all gonna do about the eggs? Gonna use your egg. What y'all gonna do about the eggs? And so Porsha was like, give me one of yours. And she said, give you one of mine. I say, these heifers up here talking about eggs like we going down to the Winn-Dixie. Y'all know that's the procedure. Somebody got to go in there and try to get them eggs out and all that. That's a lot. So the snake arrives. I guess since Pilar want reptiles, she brought in some reptiles. Okay. Now, Natoya, welcome, darling. Is this your first time hanging with us? If so, welcome. Let us know. She said Dennis can be the sperm donor for Sway. No, don't nobody want that, because then Dennis will never go away. He's already a pest. If it's your first time, Natoya, welcome, welcome, and welcome, honey. So look, Snake shows up, all grown people jumping, and Pilar, little crazy tail, went up there and touched the snake and was like, oh, it feels like a purse. I say, little children is so cute. Did y'all see that little video that's on social media that made the rounds with this pretty little black girl with her little pom-poms in her hair? And she saw the cow laying on the ground, and she said, burger. And her mama said, don't call her that. Don't be saying that. That's not that. That's not nice. Don't say that. And the girl say, cheese with mine. That's the only thing came to my mind. When Pilar said, feels like a purse, I say, these little girls is gangster. They are not squeamish. They're not like, oh, you precious snake, I must protect you. She was like, feels like a purse. I was done. It immediately reminded me of that cute little girl saying, burger, cheese with mine. Too cute. Too cute. I love little black girls. They're so adorable. Wait, that was Lauren's daughter. That was Bailey. Bailey said, feels like a purse. It's still the same. These little girls are OGs. They've been here before. These babies been here before. Okay. Most say, I saw Sway on the interview and she's very interesting and intelligent. Oh, yes. Yep, she's on mine. And she wobbled her little head, and she was the cutest thing in the world to me. Y'all know how I love little black girls. So then Shamia goes for her surrogate appointment with Shadina. At this point, we all know Shadina. Shadina, I think, isn't she the one that was also a surrogate for Candy and some other people? She had cancer. She had a lot going on. But apparently she runs a surrogacy agency, so she's pairing Shamia with people. Kelli went with her to this appointment, and Shamia sitting up there talking about she ain't got but one male embryo left. Her man want this boy. She crying in the confessional. She may have to adopt, and all that there. You say, yeah, that's her. Okay, I thought that was the same girl. She's a real pretty lady. And, blessings to her, because ain't no way I could be carrying all them children. No. But yeah, she said she was having a bad day, and, she's still trying to act. And child, Gerald ain't come. He said she told Shadina in the appointment, because Shadina said, where's Gerald? And she was like, he ain't really here for these cameras. He don't like these cameras. Right. She was pregnant with Shamia when she got the breast cancer. Yep. Sure was. I remember that. I remember that part of the story. So, and say she's still trying to act, and he not comfortable seeing her doing love scenes and stuff with other men. And so she was like, I have to respect that. Yeah, you do if you want to keep your husband. If you want to keep your husband, you need to respect that, weirdo. So Kelli sits up there listening, and I'm sitting there like, ooh, this is a Cynthia and Kenya situation all over again. I'm going to say it one more time for the one time because I want y'all to hear me. This is a Cynthia and Kenya situation all over again. If you know what I'm talking about, put a 1 in the chat. If you want me to explain it, say put a 3. Put a 3 if you want me to tell it to you, put a 3. But if you know what I'm talking about, put a 1 in the chat. This is Cynthia and Kenya situation all over again. Kelli go and tell her, well, I mean, you have a life outside of Gerald. I said, y'all, my eyes snapped to that screen so goddamn quick. Charles, where you been? My eyes snapped to the screen most Ricky tick. Because what the hell is you saying? Beautiful me. Say, tell it. Okay, welcome, darling. Y'all welcome, beautiful me, because I ain't seen you before. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all spam the chat with the word welcome. So y'all want me to tell it, I'm going to tell it. So look, with the Kenya and Cynthia thing, remember Cynthia was like, oh, Kenya, my friend, Kenya, my friend, Kenya, my friend. Kenya was up there trying to make her look bad when she had her wine cellar, trying to make her look stupid to sabotage her business. Cynthia was like, oh, Kenya, my friend, my friend, my friend. Then she tried to sabotage her proposal from the man. Y'all remember that? Y'all forgot? Mm-hmm. Yep. That ain't your friend. Shamia, it ain't your friend, honey. It's time difference. Okay, I'm so glad to see you. It's been so long, Charles. Yeah, that's the whole thing. That ain't your friend. So when this heifer say, well, you got a life outside of Gerald, I say, ooh, jealousy, jeloma. You jealous of Shamia. All that noise people made by, oh, Porsha jealous of Shamia. I told y'all, Porsha ain't jealous of Shamia. Porsha want to live the life she living. She don't want to be responsible. She don't want to have to answer to nobody. Porsha want to be able to, to pop it like she want to pop it and dress like she want to dress and do like she want to do. Now, that's what the hell Porsha wants to do. All that noise people made by, oh, Porsha jealous of Shamia. I said, I don't believe that. But I'm going to tell you who is jealous of her, and that's goddamn Kelli. Ladies, let me tell you something if you don't know. Hey, you dreaming right now. Let me tell you something. If, in fact, you round a girl and you know that your man is a paymaster, I don't have to explain what a paymaster is. Put a 7 in the chat if you on my wavelength. You got a man, your husband, and your husband is a paymaster, and he asking you to do something that makes sense, or he telling you something reasonable that make him uncomfortable, and your home girl is telling you, child, you got to have a life outside of him. That hoe wants you to mess up your bag. I don't care who don't like it. It is what it is. Arturo say, don't let somebody who ain't got nothing make you lose all yours. Hello, good night. Anybody who tell you, oh, you got a life outside of him, that hoe wants you to tear up your house. Now, either she want to be in your spot, or she fully aware that she could never be in your spot, but she don't want you in your spot. She trying to trick you up out your spot. Now, listen, ladies, if the man done crowned you queen and you sitting on your throne, don't you come off your throne to throw tomatoes with the peasants. Don't you do that. That man say he ain't comfortable. You better act like you heard him. Ian McKinney, thank you for the super chat. She said, I definitely side-eyed Kelli saying that to Shamia. Hello, because your good girlfriend, would have said, listen, girl, you better listen to your husband, because you ain't going to make nothing on them shows like the way that man take care of you. The way he take care of you, you can't replace him with no acting role. Ain't no acting role you gonna do gonna replace your husband. That ain't your friend, ladies. I'm just telling you, anybody tell you to tear up your house, encourage you to tear up your house, that ain't your friend. Oh, I see some 7s in here. Y'all rolling with me. When that hoe said that, I said, ooh, Shamia, this hoe wants you out your seat. This hoe wants you out your seat. She wants you off your throne and your palace burnt to the ground. Girl, get away from this little bitty, big titty, big head hoe. Get away from her. I knew I didn't like her. Get away from her. Let me tell you something. Everybody know me will tell you one thing Nitra is going to tell you to do is protect your home and your marriage. Do not tear your marriage up. Alita, you better tell them about me. I don't care what's going on, girl, what your husband said. What did your husband say? You don't tear up your house. And ain't no good girlfriend gonna tell you to tear up your house. That man say he ain't comfortable seeing you hugging and kissing and wilding around with another man on the screen. And you sitting up there talking about, well, I got to respect it. And this here for talking about you got a life outside of him. No, the hell she don't. No, the hell she don't. Hell, I don't even like Shamia. Can't stand Shamia. Almost just pronounced the hooker name wrong. Girl, listen. And I would tell her, if that man say he don't like that, you better get your behind in there, in that house, and sit down. Get in that man's house and sit down. Get in there and sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. Stop aggravating that man. Matter of fact, get off this show. Any camera he don't want you on, get off it. Throw all the cameras in the house in the trash. Have a new cell phone made that ain't got no camera on it. That's what you tell your girlfriend when she got a husband that's a whole paymaster. Are you stupid? Oh, no. I said, oh, Shamia dumb as hell. If she think that this little bitty Rocky Dennis looking troll is her friend, you stupid as hell. Do you know how to put her out of that place right then and there? I wouldn't care if I'd had to call that whole Uber. You ain't even getting in the car with me no more. You ain't even getting in the car with me. Matter of fact, I'm blocking your number in front of you. I might even ask you what's your Google Voice phone number so I can block that too. That's stupid as hell. I was like, whoa, this is not cool. And I didn't know how many people caught that, but that threw me. I said, no, ma'am. Red say that's Shamia Karma. Yeah. You got a point. See, I'm not sure about it, but Jerry might be a Muslim or at least raised within the culture. No, he ain't no Muslim. He ain't no Muslim, but that's that woman's husband. Also, Pretty say Kelli don't mean anybody any good. She's a broke opportunist, a broke, miserable, funny-looking opportunist. Don't leave them out. Alita say my sister would tell me to sit my behind down somewhere, even if I try to get out of pocket, and I do try. Tell them again. Tell him again. Call me and say you done said something crazy to your husband if you don't get in there and tell that man you sorry. Calm down. Put on something real cute. Fix him something to eat. Put on your cutest apron and your meanest wiggle and carry that man a plate and go tell that man you sorry. Don't you tear up your goddamn house. Hell, ain't but 25 good Negroes left on the planet. If you got one of them, you better act like you got some sense. Now, that's what I'm going to tell you. Brittany Janae, hey, boo, make sure you hit the like button, honey. That bothered me. I ain't like that. Kelli dumb as a rock. Shamia gives me, she the type to gift her money to if she was calculated enough. But that's the thing. Kelli ain't being dumb. Kelli being nasty, trying to give bad advice. She trying to be a bad friend. Folks say, yeah, you don't getting married people business, not unless you telling her to get over there and hold on to your man. Put some Gorilla Glue on the palm of your hand and go hold on to your man. Now, that's what I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm saying. You dreaming right now, say 25 might be too generous. You're right. It could be 23. But if you got one of them, you better hold him. I'm just saying, you better get your gripper 3000s going. Grip. Don't be dumb. That's all I'm saying. Don't be dumb. If you're going to be anything, don't be stupid. Okay? Don't be stupid, ladies. I don't know who in here holding one of them good ones, but just get your grip on. Just put your shoulders into it. Don't tear your house up. But I ain't like that. When that hoe said that, I was done. So then they went into the appointment with Shadina. Shadina asked about that or whatever. She talking about, the one male embryo. Shadina asked her, like, girl, is you thinking about buying some eggs? And Shamil was like, I hadn't really thought of that. And Kelli was like, well, ask your sister for an egg. And Shamil was like, that would be awkward. She wouldn't be comfortable asking her sister to do that. And she wouldn't want a child that she raising as her child to be looking like her sister and her husband. And I can see that too. That's weird. That's a little weird. I could see it. I could low-key see that. So then we get Kelli and her oldest daughter. And it was so funny because this is the scene where they actually showed a picture from Kelli when she first had that girl. She said fresh out of college, the baby was under the impression you had her in college. And I believe the baby telling the truth because she know what Granny done said. Okay. And she know what she done heard you say. But now you want to clean it up on the camera. Okay. But when we seen that picture, I say, oh, Kelli daughter, little Chloe, I hope I'm saying her name right. Chloe looked like Kelli before all them surgicals that she done got done. And she shouldn't have did them surgicals. Y'all remember that clear woman? I think she gone now. They used to call her the Lion Queen. She had all them surgeries till she looked like a big old cat, or like that thing from Beauty and the Beast. I think that's what happened to Kelli. Kelli done had her face Ginsu 2000 too many times, and now she don't look like nobody. She don't look like mama, granny, or her daughter. But at the old picture, she looked just like her baby. The baby must have took color after her daddy, but the rest of that face looked like Kelli spit her out. Y'all remember her? Yep. You remember that lady? I think that's what Kelli done. That's why her head so swole like that too, because the old pictures, Kelli head wasn't swole. So whoever did Kelli's surgery, maybe they hit a vein or something and swole her whole head up because her head looked heavy. Her head looked heavy. At this point, maybe her titties swole up to try to keep her head up. She needed some weight on the base. I don't know what happened, but she don't look like herself no more. But that baby looked just like her. She does. Little Chloe looked just like her mama. And so she giving her them adult items. I think that might have been that disgusting box that Shamia sent. And showing the baby prophylactics, condoms and stuff. And we found out the child is only 30 minutes away, which is good. You know, anytime you can get to your children quick. I'm a mom. I love the idea that children, you know, can be, you know, you need them at least close enough where you can get there. If you can't drive there quick, it should be, you know, you can take one flight and be right there, like an hour flight or something. And I'm, you know, on your neck about my baby, or at least have some kin folks that you can call to hurry up and get there to see about your baby. So I thought that was nice. And it was so funny because the babies that we ended up seeing the picture, because the baby said, well, what was you doing in college? Because ain't that when you had me? She said, no, I had you right out of college. And we see the picture with her and the baby. And the baby said, yeah, fast. I say, yeah. And the people say your mama fast now. But I wouldn't tell that baby that. But yeah. And so the child was like, well, can we make an agreement that you're going to get me a car? And she said, well, no, I ain't going to get you no car. I ain't going to say that. She said, you going to get me a restaurant? So the baby don't know how bad the money is. And so Kelli made that point, like the children ain't really feeling it, what's going on. But, you know, and I said, okay, I'm going to give Kelli credit for that. Children should never know how bad things are. You're supposed to handle it. Even if they know it's bad, they should never know how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you can't hide, because if you really going through it, they're going to see some of it. But I do respect the fact that she ain't got the children all in the game room. In this scene, you could tell that the children were not all in the game room, because the baby was like, you can get me a restaurant. So she said, well, I'll help you, you know, get a situation, make a way for you to make some money. So the baby was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I said, all right, that was a nice little scene with her oldest child. I respected it. And it was nice to see what Kelli looked like before she decided to put her face in a wood chipper. So then we get Porsha and Sway down to the restaurant, and we got some more tea on that. So see, I didn't even know how deep this mess ran with Porsha and Sway. I want to know this girl real name. Y'all know I don't like all these nicknames, because that ain't what your mama named you. I doubt when she pushed you out and the doctor said it's a girl, she said Sweet. I don't believe that's what the mama told the doctor, you know. But it is what it is. For now, that's all we know. So they're at the restaurant, and we find out right off the rip, Porsha ain't just meeting this woman. Her name Patrice. Good, because that's sure what I'm finna call her. Mama named Patrice, I'm gonna call her Treese. So look, Porsha and Treese to the restaurant. We find out they done dated, according to Patrice, 10 years ago. Porsha said it was like 8, 9, 10 years ago. And so, yeah, apparently this was after her and Dennis had done broke up. So when her and Dennis had broke up, you know, because he was out here humping everybody, you know, the hot dog came. And Porsha was trying to be in love under new management. Okay. So she went on a date at the same restaurant with Patrice way back then. And they pointed to the table. They sat out in every doggone thing. And Patrice said, well, we went on a date and then you ghosted me. So Porsha said she had ended up ghosting the girl because she wasn't sure if she wanted to go public dating a woman yet. If she was willing or ready to do that yet. Which, okay, fine. At least she kept it real, right? So I'm sitting there like, oh, this is good. Oh, I said, okay. All right, Porsha, it's more to the story, huh? So then she asked her, Patrice was like, well, let's play this game. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. You ask me 3. If you take longer than 3 seconds, you take a shot. So they're drinking that tequila. And I say tequila because, they drink that tequila. Then they be talking about their head hurting. Y'all saw how Pinky was in that bathroom at that restaurant in Dallas, that tequila. So they was drinking that, the reposado. And she went to asking Porsha, like, about the rest of your life, or you just exploring? And Porsha like, are you proposing? And so Patrice was like, I mean, I might be, bring the ring. I said, see, Porsha, this how you start the bull crap all the time. You dating somebody, 2 minutes later, y'all is engaged. 5 minutes after that, y'all is married. 17 minutes after that, you're buying a house. And then 2 weeks later, you're getting a divorce and enforcing prenups. Porsha, slow down. It was a lot. So I'm like, okay. So they kept talking and she said, well, I'm not playing, right now I'm dating you and I'm dating a man. But I'm not playing with you. I don't see you as no game, but I am dating more than one person. Patrice was like, because she said, well, in the next 3 to 5 years, we lock stuff down, I might be ready to whatever. Patrice tell her she ready to lock stuff down within a year and she ready to put a baby in the oven and start carrying babies. I said, whoa, we gonna carry the baby? We gonna carry the one? All right now. And so she asked, officially, what is we doing? She said, well, we officially dating. There it is, right? So she asked her, do you have any baby daddy drama? And Porsha said, well, not. She said, well, not actually when I'm single. He cool when I'm single. He only a problem when I'm going with somebody, but I'm not messing with that man. A lot of people have that stuff going on and you hear that and you think I'm still messing with him. I'm not messing with that man. And I'm going to be honest. I believe Porsha. I don't believe she messing with Dennis, but I do believe Dennis want her to be back messing with him. And I think that's why he acting a monkey, because he thought when she divorced granddaddy, got her settlement, got through the divorce, that, okay, well, maybe she just not giving me time because she going through the divorce. He saw that divorce get finalized and Porsha still ain't run back across the street to talk to him. You dreaming right now, say Porsha have all these strange MFs around her child. Well, we ain't seen these people around her child. We ain't seen that. Here lately, we seen Patrice around the child, but at that time, we didn't see Mike around that child, nor did we see Patrice around that child. Mothers are allowed to date long as you're not parading them people over the top of your children. I don't have a lot to say. You never seen a pregnant stud. You didn't see the brat, and you ain't seen all those quote unquote studs in the hood that be getting pregnant by a weed man because they can't afford IVF. Come on now, don't act like I'm the only one seen it. Alita say when women gather and drink tequila, something always pop off. Yep, that's tequila to kill you. Yep, that's what I just said. Brett show carried it for Judy. A lot of them be carrying it. A lot of them be carrying the churn for the women. Show do, because they women too. Never forget that. These are women too. I don't care how you cut your hair, how many wife beaters you wear. You as a woman, you bleed every month. If you're healthy and you're young enough, you's a woman. So yeah, that's how that went. Then we get to Phaedra and her healing waters, and she's the Reiki master and all this stuff, and it helped her, and blase, squaze, boop, boop, boop. And see, Arturo is a typical man. Them men don't care nothing about them women dressing up in men's clothes and trying to act like a dude on the block. They don't care nothing about that. You still a woman. You still got lady parts, and they can tell you's a woman, and they still be sizing y'all up. So if you out here and you listening to this review, and you think that them men ain't still watching you, look what he say. They still got their eye on you, ladies, okay? Yep. It don't matter how masculine they present. That's a woman. And the men know it too. Blessed woman of God say, I think after Dennis cheated, Porsha was done. Hey, Renee. Tell mama I said, hey, I got to call you, girl. So yeah, so the whole thing. Now I'm gonna tell y'all honestly, I have not done my homework to understand what exactly Reiki is. The name sounds weird to me. I don't know a lot about it. Let me look on Google real quick. Maybe I can get a quick definition because it sounds weird to me. I don't know. And it's weird to me a little because I don't really do the new age stuff. Like I'm not a new age girl. Y'all know I'm old fashioned as hell. I still make bastard bread on top of the stove to eat with my cabbage, and I mix collards in my cabbage, and put a stricoline or salt poke in it. Like I'm not new. But they say it's a Japanese energy healing technique where the practitioner channels universal life force energy into the recipient's body. Yeah, miss me with that. Don't channel nothing into my body. No, I don't need nothing channeled in but the Holy Ghost. Okay. And I can get that by praying. I don't need nothing fancy. I don't need an expert to channel nothing. The expert is Dr. Jesus. Okay. And we're going to get there by saying, Dear Heavenly Father. I don't, I ain't knocking nobody, but leave me out. Leave me out. But that's what she say she do. So they poolside. She got all the ambiance and bongos and flowers. It looked real nice and fancy, and all like that. And we find out while she's setting up that Panky or Stanky Cole and K Michelle is riding together. And I saw people online pointing out that Stanky Cole has had a wonderful attitude adjustment ever since Angela Oakley drug her through the mud over there with them commingling teeth. Hey, Paige, thank you for being like number 187. Girl, it sounds like they channeling spirits to put spirits in people's bodies. And I don't need no spirit but the Holy Spirit. Y'all keep all that other stuff. Hey, Lyrics Mom, thank you for being 186, baby. You late, but you ain't too late. Deborah say, Sway/Patrice said the No Homo podcast the men had hit on her when her and her twin were younger trying to do music. I believe it. Men are real disrespectful. They don't respect women's choices, their nose, anything. A lot of men are very disrespectful. Say, I don't want Phaedra channeling anything. I don't want anybody channeling anything to me. Don't channel nothing. I don't need no channels. Leave the channels on the television. Don't, with all due respect, leave the channels on the TV. Say, I thought Phaedra was a woman of Jesus. What's with this voodoo hoodoo? Well, it's not voodoo hoodoo, but it is some more stuff that seem a little extraneous. And I'm not going to hit her with that because we got a lot of people that's in the church. Okay. Can we talk about it real quick? Because y'all know over here, Seanitra going to keep it real if we don't do nothing. We got a lot of people in the church that say that they saved, but y'all engage in a lot of activities that you don't know or unaware or uneducated about the fact that it can be demonic. There's people in the church that's still burning sage. It's people in the church walking around waving crystals, talking about y'all charging crystals in the window. You got people in the church engaging in all sorts of stuff that you don't know, talking about they manifesting. Engaging in all kind of practices that are part of idolatry and not being aware. It's not just meditation, because I just read what the people say it is. They talking about channeling universal life force energy. You can meditate, but if I'm a meditate, it's going to be on the word of God and the spirit of God and his holiness. It ain't going to be on nothing else. So it's a whole lot of people that's saying they saved, but when you're not educated to the devices of the enemy, you can fall prey to doing stuff that you ought not to be engaging in. Okay, so I'm not going to hit her with you supposed to be a woman of God. It's a whole lot of people supposed to be a woman of God and engaging in all kind of things because you're unaware. So I'm not going to judge you on it, but I feel like you just got to educate yourself. Pray for clarity and understanding before you go doing things, before you mess around and jump off into the wild blue yonder and something get on you. Okay, because I'm going to tell you, don't come over here. That's all I'm going to tell you, don't come over here. Stay over there with that now. Hey, Gaby. So yeah, that's neither here nor there, but God bless them. So then Cynthia shows up. They give her a lychee martini. I say, well, that might taste nice. That might taste good. Phaedra telling them about she got organic this and free range meat and all this stuff. Everything free in range, and the range is free. Ian McKinney, thank you for the super chat, sis. She says people in the church listening to Sexy Red. I mean, people listen to all kind of music, but that's not the demonic of it all. That's just Sexy Red or Janae, which is what her mama named her, is somebody who's not saved. So I don't expect a saved woman, an unsaved woman act like a saved woman. So if you listen to any secular music, you may as well listen to Janae, Sukihana, or whatever, because it's still not Christian music. Y'all know I don't engage in all the judging of it all, but I'm just saying people engage in a lot of practices that they are unaware of have origins in idolatry. I'm just being honest. Just being honest. Some of these things that people do need not be doing. Even some of the things they say. You got people that's supposed to be Christians talking about the ancestors. But let me shut up before I step on some toes. Y'all know I done been up in here. People coming here talking about dead folks. Oh, the ancestors. Oh, the ancestors got... No, ain't no ancestors got me. You dead. You gone. The living and dead ain't got nothing in common. We ain't even allowed to be doing all that. So that's why I'm saying, like, you know, we got to be careful when we start pointing fingers and doing the judge. You got to check yourself. Make sure you ain't doing nothing funny. Okay? Don't do nothing funny. I mean, a lot of that stuff do come from that. A lot of that stuff come from trying to connect to cultures that ain't related to you. Like, leave all that stuff alone, you know, unless that's how you want to move. If that's how you want to move, I'm just saying, do things with intention, be educated about things, make sure what you're doing is what you really want to do. You know, McKinney said, yeah, definitely not judging, just saying, because look how quick they are to accuse Phaedra of voodoo. Yep. I'm just saying, you got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. That's all I'm saying. Everybody can be more careful. Everybody can be a little more, you know, conscientious, you know, keep your good eye open. That's all. Hey, I'm her beauty. Keep your good eye open. That's all. So yeah, they talking about free reign stuff. Porsha shows up in the bikini with a net dress. Cynthia had a whole flashback. Y'all remember that whole thing that went on with Phaedra and Kenya with the bikini and the net dress? Phaedra had the bikini and the net dress with her big old booty out. So then Kenya crazy behind showed up to that event where everybody dressed normal in a bikini with a net dress with pads on her butt and a Sunday hat on. Y'all remember that? So they played the clip from that, which was a ridiculous time on RHOA. And then that's when Cynthia was like, child, Porsha booty is a whole different thing. It ain't two butt cheeks, it's two butts. And I literally hollered out loud because Cynthia ain't lying. Porsha had a big tail when she was small, but like many things on women, when we gain weight, everything swell up, don't it? And that thing swole. Ooh, Lord, like a bee stung it. Alita said, only thing I want to burn is my lavender candles to relax. I know that's right. And you got people right now buying the candles at the store. There's the money candles and all that. You're just engaging in all kind of stuff. Don't know no better. Miss Nisa said, I remember that event. She came with Miss Lawrence. That's right. So listen. So Drew actually came on time. And Cynthia was like, girl, your condition getting better. Drew talking about, it's got a name. It's called time blindness. No, it's called you late. Use a Negro and use late. Okay? Now it's got its own parking lot. Diaz, come back and get him. Come back and get your cousin. Come back and get him. We find out that Phaedra gonna be playing the flute. She told us that she's been playing the flute for 4 years and told Lizzo to look out because she coming. She coming. She gonna be the next one playing the flute. Okay. I didn't understand the butt pads either. I didn't. But you know, I never really got Kenya's attempt at humor. It always missed for me. A lot of people liked it. It just never hit for me. K Michelle was in the van with Stanky Cole. They going to pick up Shamia to, you know, come to the thing. And yep, you see that? DS Arturo DS came to get you. She came to get you. Yep, she's on colored people's time. She's on colored people's time. I'm talking about time blindness. Negro, every Negro is got time blindness. So K Michelle say that's when she started talking about her ex named Nosh. Now, when K Michelle first started talking about her ex named Nosh, I'm expecting her to tell me that her ex is the person who told her that maybe him and Porsha was still talking back and forth and that Porsha told him that it was a plot to get her. I thought that's what she was going to say. And lo and behold, that ain't what that heifer wanted to say at all. She was just like, well, he told me that him and Porsha had dealt with each other, but he didn't want to go public with Porsha, and that I didn't want to date him no more because he took off his shoes. He didn't like to wear shoes, and he put his shoes on my counter or something stupid, she said. And she could have him. He could put his shoes on. He could put his feet on his bare feet on her counter or whatever. And it's like the lady don't even talk to the man no more. Oh, and he's African, and it's so what? So what? Like, oh my God, what is wrong? I don't know. K Michelle really blew me with that. You that upset. And so Pinky was like, so is she going with the man? Like, is she hunching the man? You know, fair question on Stanky Cole part. And she's like, well, I don't know. And what I'm not going to do is talk about another woman's vagina. But you are literally like trying to insinuate that she hunching the man, or like, you know, and my thing is whether she was or wasn't, none of y'all were married and all y'all was popping the cat. I'm tired. Okay. So they stopped to get Shamia. Phaedra done started the program already. She done already got this thing popping and cracking, right? And she doing her thing. Porsha greeted tail, like, Porsha, just stop. And Porsha knows she can, if she smell one biscuit, that booty swell up again. Porsha got one of the cutest shapes on TV. But y'all know if Porsha don't just, I don't know whether she got to do a lip, if she smell a biscuit, that booty go whoop, 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 whoop. But she up here asking Phaedra, like, Phaedra said, we finna start the program. We gonna eat first. Phaedra said, no, not getting on the water. I say, I'm dead and done. Stop, Porsha. Stop. Her beauty say, her always mentioning her exes, like, that's so disrespectful to her husband. Since I've listened to her interview this week, I think that marriage is fake. Buckhead said, Lord K getting on my nerves big time. I know that's right, 3 Buckhead. Welcome, honey, if this your first time. Hey, Party Capricorn, how you doing? You be changing your name too much. Thank you for being 194. I can't remember what it was before, but I remember you. Blessed woman of God said, what kind of husband would allow their wife to talk about the ex is so disrespectful? I mean, she grown. He can't stop her. He can only tell her if he comfortable or not, but he can't stop her. Yeah, Porsha says she hungry. She says she hungry. Cynthia done already said that butt is 2 booties instead of 2 butt cheeks. It's 2 booty. Instead of 2 booty cheeks, it's 2 booties. And she already trying to eat before the thing. That's all I'm saying. It was Taya. That's what it was. Yep, you sure right. So anyway, look. So once Phaedra let Porsha know you ain't eating nothing before you get on the water. You ain't eating nothing. Stop trying to chew. Then, you know, they getting out there. Porsha like, give me the biggest float because I'm about the heaviest person here. And she probably right, because Porsha's solid as hell. She real solid. She ain't big like that, but she real solid. You got a lot of rump, but she tall and she muscular. So she said, give me the biggest float you got because I'm probably the heaviest person here. Which facts, Fendi facts. Kelly, Pinky, Kay, and Shamia, the Loser Alliance, they showed up. And then Kelly trying to cry. I'm trying not to break down. Break down for what? Go home. Go home. I'm going through so much. I'm trying to support it. Gone. So anyway, they, you know, Phaedra got her baby helping all the ladies get on their floats and stuff. She said he always want to take his shirt off like he think he on Black Baywatch. And I say, leave the baby alone. Let him take the bird out the cage. You know, little boys like to show them little bird chests. So let him take the bird out the cage. Shamia gets a float, and her float was leaking. You got that many floats. Is it surprising that a float can have a leak? No. Is it a big deal that your float has a leak? No. It just don't. Thank you, Paige. So, you know, they trying to kill me. Nobody's trying to kill you. Phaedra had little Aiden help her, you know, over to the edge, so she didn't even get wet. If she didn't want to get wet, she was perfectly fine. It was a slow leak. It was not that deep. Of course, you got K Michelle talking about, see, that's fishy. It's the leak. They trying to kill her. It's either that or it's a curse. K Michelle, with all due respect, honey, go to hell. Go to hell. Ain't nobody trying to kill nobody. It was just so weird. Let me know if I'm tripping. Y'all, it was awkward for me watching the Loser Alliance try to turn this event which you could tell was well-meaning, into something negative. Like, if you didn't want to participate, just don't participate. You know? Like when Sheree had Fat Tomb doing voodoo on people coochie with smoke and stuff. Drew didn't want to participate, so she did not participate in the coochie voodoo. Okay. If you didn't want to participate because it felt a little witchcraftish to you, then just sit on the sideline like, girl, give me one of them lychee martinis and I'm going to just be here for the ambiance and for the experience. How about that? Instead of trying to turn it into, you know, a negative, like nothing negative. Everybody had a good energy. Like the Loser Alliance showed up and just came with nasty energy. And it was like, what is wrong with y'all? You had Stinky Cole sitting up there like, oh, they already tried to kill Shamia. And it's like, would you shut up? Like, would you shut up? You have a restaurant where people walk in and you scream, hey, slut to them. Please stop in advance. Cynthia had to leave because she had to catch a flight. Like, it was just crazy. It was a crazy situation. They started all the sound stuff, the playing the drums, Phaedra over there playing the flute like she Andre 3000. Right. If it ain't your thing, man, sit down and shut what we call the hell up. Because, you know, stop being a wet blanket. Like, stop killing vibes. Yeah, Fat Tomb had them smoking the cat. She had them smoking the cat. Y'all remember that? Shamia up there on the edge of the pool with her bikini on, she dancing to the drums. And I'm like, okay, Shamia, if that's what you do, that's, you know, whatever, right? I think at that point she had to just dance along to the drums because all of your negative energy did nothing to the vibe. Like, you could not kill the vibe at this event. You could have literally stayed home. You ain't no sis. It be like that. It be like that. Sometimes it slip up on you. Yeah, Kay is ill. Very. Stanky Cole talking about, you know, they tried to kill Shamia. I ain't never did nothing like this before. This seemed kind of like a cult. I told y'all that Pinky Cole was I knew she was a bad fit for the show. I didn't know K. Michelle was going to be this bad, but I knew Pinky Cole was going to be a bad fit. I was disgusted by the weirdness of it all. Just disgusted. So they ended their whole meditation thing with the boing yoing, the boom, boom, boom. Woo-doo-doo-doo. They did all that. And then they went to dinner. They went to go eat the food. So they left. I'm sure Porsha was excited because now food was being served, right? So anyway, K. Michelle sat there. Oh, I enjoyed it. Everybody was like, oh, we needed this. It was so nice. Drew said she enjoyed herself. She fell asleep. I said, okay, you know, whatever floats your boat or finds your lost remote, right? So K. Michelle said, well, I enjoyed it. It wasn't what I expected. It was calming. It was a beautiful space. I want to openly address everybody in the situation, and I come in peace and all these, you know, things before she started talking about what she want to talk about, right? And Angela say, well, when we was in Dallas, I did think it was Shamia. I thought Shamia was where this mess was coming from. So I own that. That's what I thought. Kay was like, well, somebody told me. Now she mentioned Phaedra, because when she was talking to Phaedra with Kelli, she didn't even tell Phaedra it was her. She said, well, it was Porsha and Drew. Now she at the table. I was told that it was Phaedra, Porsha, and Drew. And y'all was trying to gather information on me. About what? It just didn't make no sense, right? So Porsha was like, why? You know, she was like, look, I would have just rather you say that you wasn't interested in being my friend because you could see I was trying to be a friend with you. You should have just told me you would rather not be my friend. You could have just said that. And that's true, rather than just making up stuff and doing all this reaching, because it's getting very stupid. Like, it's getting stupid as hell. Y'all, there go to Discord link. Make sure you in Discord. And I wasn't mad at Porsha this time. Y'all know the Black Mamba be getting on my nerves from time to time. And y'all know why I call her the Black Mamba, because she has bit quite a few people who tried to help her. But this time I wasn't mad with her. So she said, you know, flat out, you saw what it was. You should have just told me I don't really want to be your friend like that. And Porsha said I would have left you alone. So K. Michelle, well, you have to understand, my first encounter with you is you telling this girl that she was hunching a married man at the BET Awards. And I was like, in my notes, I said lies. We all watched the first encounter. Your first encounter with Porsha was with Porsha sitting down with you. Now, I want y'all to type amen if I'm keeping it a bean. Her first encounter, first episode, before Porsha's weird event with the ladies in the white wigs, she sat down with Porsha and was telling her that Atlanta had been a mean girl city to her. And everybody tried to blacklist her and telling people don't be friends with her. Don't, try to black her out of stuff. And that, everything she was going through and trying to have a baby. And Porsha was like, well, you know what you've been through and everything. And even made the comment like, hey, when you see Drew, be cool or whatever, because I don't even know what that is. And Porsha still ain't addressed it. She let it slide all the way past. And that was your first encounter with the girl on the show. Now she done flipped it to my first encounter with you was you was exposing her for sleeping with a married man. So after that, then my guard was up. And then the second time was when you said the comment about the miscarriage. So right about then, Porsha was about fed up and said, look, see, not this again. She's like, no, let me finish. She said, okay, cool. Because she was like, hey, come on. Like, just come on. Okay. And she say, look, why would I want to expose you? About what? So then K. Michelle couldn't even come up with what she wanted to expose her about, right? So she said, why would I tell you what you was going to expose about me? Because you're the one making an accusation. If I tell you, I say, Deborah, you was getting ready to tell my business. That's an accusation, right? If Deborah say, what business of yours was I finna tell? And why I'm going to tell you what business of mine you was going to tell and you already know. How the hell do I already know? How can I confirm if I already know? If you not telling me what the hell you claim I was going to say about you. Just because you make an accusation about somebody don't make it facts. And it was real stupid to me. Why would I tell you what you was going to expose about me? Girl, bye. And she say, but why would I want to expose you? Oh, because you got the spirit of exposure. Kelli talking about, that's right. No, ho. You were sitting up there calling that lady all kind of hoes unprovoked. That woman hadn't said nothing about you. By that woman, I do mean the Black Mamba, a.k.a. Porsha Williams. Porsha hadn't said nothing about Kelli. All this was unprovoked. You done call this lady every type, every brand, type, variety of hoe you could come up with. And like she screwed your man. The way Kelli was talking about Porsha and all the different type of hoes she called Porsha, you would think that Kelli hunched her man out from up under her. And ain't none of that happened. None of that ain't happened. So when Porsha say, okay, you don't call me 17 varieties of hoes, I'm going to talk about the type of hoe I know you to be because I know your teeth. Now, all of a sudden, it's a spirit of exposure. Now, I ain't trying to be funny, but y'all know I'm mixed, right? Y'all know I'm biracial. I'm Baptist-Costal. Okay, I'm Baptist on my mama's side, Pentecostal on my daddy's side, and I ain't never heard about no spirit of exposure. I done heard about all kind of spirits, but I ain't never heard about no spirit of exposure. That don't make no sense to me, honey. That don't make no sense to me. So I'm sitting there like, Even say somebody said it to K and she want to believe it's facts because she want to be a victim. I don't believe nobody said it to K. I believe she made it up. And when Porsha said, what did I want to expose you about? It put her on the spot and she couldn't come up with a lie quick enough. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. She couldn't come up with a lie quick enough. She just couldn't come up with nothing, right? So at that point, she was like, well, I'm just going to watch my back. And so Porsha like, girl, you ain't got to watch your back at all because I'm not going to have no communication with you. I'm not going to mess with you one way or the other. I promise you ain't got to watch your back. I'm not messing with you. You Baptist-Costal too? See, it's a lot of us biracial people in here. I'm Baptist-Costal. Yep. I memorize scripture good and I shout real good. You know, I got the best of both worlds. Yep. Yeah, where the receipts at? What are receipts? And let me just make it let's make it very, very plain. Right. She got the spirit of delusion. The spirit of delusion. And let's make it plain because, I like to give credit where credit is due. The reason we say the term receipts right now is due to K. Michelle. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to give her props. The whole reason why receipts has become a part of Black pop culture, Black American pop culture, part of the zeitgeist is because of K. Michelle on Love and Hip Hop on the season where she sat down with that heifer and told her, girl, you ain't even got a Wikipedia page. Where are your receipts? The reason we say receipts is because of K. Michelle. So the fact that you are the lady that penny nickel dimed and coined the phrase, came to sit down and make accusations with no receipts, that's ironic. Isn't it ironic that the lady who coined the phrase receipts had no receipts? You had no receipts. It don't matter who said it, Adrian. I'm saying that's who made it popular. And it was K. Michelle. I'm going to give her that. That's the facts, Jack. How you coin the phrase receipts, but then you sit down and make accusations and didn't have none. Yeah, but she lied about that. She did not coin Big Back. She didn't coin that. But no, I'm just saying she had none. And so Phaedra was like trying to calm them down. Like, look, I got a noise ordinance in my neighborhood. Y'all can't be getting loud. Like, don't be doing that Negro stuff over here. We in the, different type of era. Remember now she bought a house next to Kenny Rogers. Don't be over here being loud and stuff, right? Y'all calm down. She says, so look, let's get it back under control. So it's clear that there are 3 things that K. Michelle is concerned about. And she said 4 because of Black. And so at that point, now she done pressed Drew's button. And so Drew was like, can you just stop saying his name? I said, oh, Clarissa. She said, I'm going to just ask you to stop saying his name. I'm going to just ask you to stop saying his name. I can say what I want to say. You keep my name out your mother effing mouth. And I'm sitting there like, baby, Drew ain't been talking about you. You've been talking about Drew. I say, not you up here. Projecting on this girl, telling her to keep your name out her mouth when, first of all, K. Michelle gonna have to come to the front of the front of the congregation. You the reason we knew that Black was in your inbox, because you kept telling us. Cynthia Cheekbones Bailey did point that out very, very, very well. And you right, Evelyn, she came with an agenda. We knew about Black in K. Michelle's inbox because K. Michelle kept telling us. K. Michelle kept talking about it. Drew didn't know nothing about the inbox. When she went to tell him, like, hey, this lady saying I'm trying to connect her to you, he tells Drew, well, I mean, I did try to, I complimented her. I was in her DM. And the girl was like, well, I didn't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? He just telling her about it. So it's like you doing this stuff and then turn around and say, keep my name out your mouth. And I want to point out, I want y'all to see that there's a difference in how stuff go. It's a difference in how stuff go. Now, when she was talking to Porsha was not here for it. Porsha told her, look, let me go back to my notes. I can tell you exactly what Porsha said after she told her you ain't got to worry about it. She said, hey, Breesh, Porsha said, let me make sure I got this thing right. Hold on. Oh, no. Here it go. Oh, that came later. Porsha basically told her, like, girl, at the end of the day, you trying too hard. You ain't got to worry about watching your background me. You could have just said you didn't want to be my friend. Like, she totally like shoo and brushed her off. We didn't see K. Michelle get rah, buck, nothing else. She wasn't nooking and bucking and ready to fight. She wasn't doing none of that. Then when Drew was like, I don't even know you. She, I mean, just going off. I acting crazy. Same thing she did in Dallas with that girl. Porsha in your face, rubbing your knee, rubbing your back. Tell me who it is. I don't know. You know who you are. I'm not going to say no names. You know who you are. Drew said one word. It did not happen. I said, uh-oh. So we got it again. Let's do it again. We got a replay. Porsha telling you, get out my face. Don't worry about it. Just go on now. Drew like, can you just stop saying his name? Keep my name out your mouth. And that girl ain't did nothing to you. So at that point, Drew was like, girl, I don't even know you. And she was like, well, I don't know you either. She said, you know something because you got my whole resume. Oh, it was easy because you ain't nothing on it. And she was like, girl, Yodel on up out of here. You just don't fit in. And I say not Drew with a slight read. You know, Drew ain't got no real reads. It's real pathetic, but it's, even though it was slight work, it was on the money. You just don't fit in. I don't know what you're doing or why you doing it, but you just don't fit. And so she's like, Yoda lay he nobody Drew. It's like, K Michelle, that fell flat. You trying to be a mean girl and it fell flat. Leave that girl alone. It looks stupid. So Phaedra reminds them about the noise again. Drew was like, I can't with her. She just nasty. And she is. You being nasty to Drew for no reason. Like, what is your reason for being nasty to this girl? Like, Drew is a terrible person, but she hasn't been terrible to you, K Michelle. Why are you being nasty to this girl? What is this about? Right? So then Kay tells her Porsha about the X thing, the guy Nash or whatever, Nash. And so she was like, you know, I can't remember who asked Porsha, like, you know, is she talking about, or you know who I mean? I think Kay Michelle may have said. And she's like, oh, you talking about Nash? It's not that deep, right? And so she was like, well, I dated him publicly and you didn't say nothing. And Porsha was like, look, we did not date that man at the same time. We are in Atlanta. Okay. And that's the same thing I said. Y'all in Atlanta, everybody hunching everybody in the same pretty much circles because y'all trying to stay where the money resides. What's the odds you're not going to run across the same people? Because even, you know, Phaedra was like, they done ran across the same dude at one point or another. Like, it's life. Move around. Like, how dumb are you, right? So Angela was like, why does it matter where the food at? Shamil was like, well, what about girl code? I guess the rules change for certain people. Like, girl, shut up. They ain't best friends. They're not best friends. You dated somebody, I dated the person. So what? Y'all didn't date at the same time and y'all wasn't besties. Y'all was not spending the night at each other house, braiding each other hair. You know, this was not your riding partner. So why does she need to get permission or whatever? And so Porsha was like, girl, there was nothing to tell. You are way too sensitive. You trying to find something. And she say, she was like, you trying to find something to make a problem. She say, you don't have to worry about your back. I'm not going to have any communication with you going forward. And I say, that's what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, K Michelle was over there on hush. And then here come Kelli. Oh, Porsha done effed every Nigerian. How? And it's like, you decide that once again, every time Kelli gets it from Porsha, she deserves it because Kelli be just attacking this lady unprovoked. Why are you so bothered by Porsha? Like, what is Porsha doing to you? Porsha not going with your man. Porsha ain't took none of your money. Your restaurant failing. Porsha ain't the one telling the people don't go to your restaurant out there in Sandy Springs. Girl, that's, you know, this is a you thing. What that lady did to you, it's not making no sense. Lyrics say everybody's sharing the same 50 straight men in Atlanta. Hello, good night. Now, I don't know if it's 50, 52, or what it is, but they all in the same dating pool, and the dating pool got piss in it. Okay? Yvette said, I think if they had become friends, Porsha would have told her about it after the miscarriage nonsense, I don't blame her. Yeah, I can't say nothing to you. Like she told her, you too sensitive and you looking for something. You looking to have a problem. I'm not looking for nothing, honey. Porsha cut her dead. Like, I ain't gonna have no communication with you. So you ain't got to worry about watching your back, pretending I'm doing nothing to you. I'm not fooling with you. And I don't blame her. I would have been, let me tell you something, that miscarriage situation would have had me cut that hoe off, because the fact that Porsha asked her if she even wanted to talk about it first on camera, you said yes. She asked, was it a miscarriage because of what you said the nature of your situation was? She said, I thought so too. Cynthia said the same thing, but you only upset with Porsha after you talked to Stanky Cole. Like, girl, bye. Girl, bye. Joanne say Kelli can't fight. I don't believe she can either. But even if she could, you got to fight in your weight class. That's all I'm saying. Fight in your weight class. That's a big old lady. And yeah, she didn't have no problem with Kelly's behavior, right? But it was so funny, right, Yvette? Kelli will not let go of Porsha. So when she said that, child, I was sitting there like, here we go again. But I was not ready for how it went. So Porsha was like, girl, you the one effing everybody. She didn't say no Nigerian. She said, you out here effing everybody, especially, and you definitely F that married man. She said, you definitely F that married preacher and get that glass out my face. And Kelli ended up walking out screaming and hollering. They escorted her right on up out of there, and that's where she needed to go. And so Phaedra was over there trying to calm Porsha down, and she said, She said, she definitely screwing that married preacher. And Phaedra, you know exactly who I'm talking about. She said, and I know he's your client, and I ain't trying to hurt nobody family, but don't be that close to me playing in my face. I say, well. Kelli needs to be quiet before she get everybody caught. She need to be quiet before she get everybody caught. Because y'all done pissed off this girl and she finna spray. And the fact that she holding on to that thing like a pit bull that's done locked on and shaking. Oh, she know what she talking about. The married preacher. Now she got all of us online trying to figure out now which married preacher that is a client of Phaedra. Is he Phaedra's legal client, or is he Phaedra's client over down there to the Willie Watkins funeral parlor, or both? What the hell is going on? Because we did hear Phaedra say, no, I know the family and the wife don't deserve that. And the wife don't deserve it. No wife deserves that. She didn't deserve her man to cheat. And if she done managed to not know about it, she don't deserve to have her pleasant whatever overturned because the side hoe keep provoking people and somebody gonna end up telling the business. Okay? But at the end of the day, even though I like to kind of protect wives in situations like that, Kelli got to quit playing with people when you know that you got stank tea out there like that. That tea stinking. Paige say, then she was disrespectful putting that glass in Porsha's face. Now, had Porsha popped her, she would have been well within her rights. She did good. Porsha ain't snatched that glass out of her hand and throw it. She probably ain't want to break Phaedra's stuff. You know what I'm saying? You talking about, is it Jamal or Kurt Franklin? I don't think Kurt Franklin is no pastor. I think he just make music. I don't know. Turo say William Murphy. I don't know. Jay McCrory say, stay in a side piece place. Amen. They say Twitter done put a name on it. See? Yes, stinking bitter tea. Kelli has got to be quiet. Now they ended this with, they say, oh Lord, she's saying, Twitter saying that it's Shawnee O'Nostro's husband that she took from the wife. Now that ain't too far-fetched, because when he was still married to the other lady, the word on the curb was Shawnee was hunching that preacher while he was still married, that she was donating money and stuff in the church and started screwing the preacher before he got divorced, and then she became the second lady. Okay, so if that's what's going on, I don't have nothing to say. That's what the people say. I wasn't there. I can't say none of that. But that's what the people said. Now, they said that. So if that's what it is, hey. And y'all remember Pastor Keon, that's that demonic Negro. And I guess I'm going to go out on a limb and call this Negro a demon, because he was the one that stopped service because the lady caught the Holy Ghost in the church to tell her to stop praising, to quench the spirit, to tell her stop all that disrupting service, because they was performing worship. They wasn't actually worshiping, that they was performing worship, and the Holy Spirit visited this woman and she started shouting in the church. Y'all remember that? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember that. And he told that lady to quit shouting in the church. And I said, Jesus, this is a demon. This is a whole agent of Satan in the pulpit. What kind of preacher tells somebody to stop praising if the Spirit done touched you and you done been overcome by the Holy Spirit? The fire done got in your bones, and you stop to tell her to stop, hush all that fuss, be quiet. I say, demon. I don't know how nobody stayed in that church after that. Baby, the way I'd have grabbed my purse and my shoes and tipped up out of there that Sunday when it never came back, y'all would have had to study it. So I don't know. Lady Rowe say that Phaedra friends with Shiny. Twitter investigators did a process of elimination, but that don't necessarily mean nothing either, because Phaedra is also friends with Aventa Gray, which is John Gray's wife, and we know John Gray is a whoremonger too, according to the people, his wife and himself. So we don't know which married preacher Kelli was popping cat for, but we do know that if she keep pissing off Porsha Williams, everybody gonna know in a minute. We gonna all know. All us gonna know in a minute. That's all I'm saying. Don't be surprised. Miss Nisa say, yeah, he was so rude, I would have left that church. He was rude because that demon in him got offended because the Holy Ghost showed up. See, y'all gonna learn. If you want to know if the devil is in a place, just go ahead and invoke the Holy Spirit and see who get agitated. Y'all will catch that later. Kelli is not Jamal's type. No, she ain't. Jamal like them pretty round browns. Them solid girls. Yep, Kelli definitely ain't it. I ain't never thought it was J-Mal. Never thought it was J-Mal. Porsha said he's a client of Phaedra. Yeah, but see, Phaedra is Miss Atlanta, so a lot of people is her clients, and we don't know if we talking about a legal client or a client over there at the Willie Watkins funeral home. And we know a lot of preachers could be her client over there at the funeral home, because when you bite the dust, you know what I'm saying? The preacher mans have relationships with their funeral parlors and stuff. So we just don't know. We just don't know. And to be honest, John Gray is more Kelly's type. Look at the husband. Yeah. She kind of like the men that you know, or maybe them the men that like her. You have to learn to like who like you. So I'm not judging. Miss Nisa said he went back and apologized. Only reason he did that because people was talking about him. Yeah, because that demon got exposed. John Gray looked like Kelly's ex-husband. Yeah, she does have a legal firm. I didn't say she didn't. I'm just saying when you say that somebody is her client, you have to specify on what level. Phaedra got a lot of jobs. Didn't she tell y'all that? Didn't y'all see her big, fine, expensive house out there by Kenny Rogers? Phaedra got a lot of jobs. We don't know her client in what capacity is what I'm saying. Because it could be a law client, it could be a funeral home client, it could be a client of one of her other business ventures. We just simply don't know because Porsha ain't been pissed off enough yet to tell everything. But if Kelli, if a little Miss Oompa Loompa Dippity Doo, if she don't be quiet, Porsha gonna have another story for you. Okay, now that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm got darn it saying. John Gray would fit the bill. Yes, he would. Yes, he would now. Yep, she represents a lot of people. It could be anybody. It could literally be anybody. That's why I'm not falling into old process of elimination, because how you going to eliminate? How is you going to eliminate? Also, Pretty say the people on Twitter saying the alleged married preacher is Keon Henderson. Yeah, they saying that, but we don't know that. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it's everybody's guess. It's anybody's guess. Anybody's guess. Kelli twins look just like their daddy. They're some cute little muffins, though. They're cute. They're some cute little girls. Say, Phaedra do business in parking lots also. You know, I think somebody said that as a read on one of the reunions, but like, if whatever parking lot she in, may I get there in Jesus' name, because what she got is big bank. Big bank take little bank all day. So whoever said that about her, I hope they feel real silly. If that was Kenya Moore, like that did not age well. Woo, that didn't age well. But all I'm saying, that lady got many jobs. She count many coins. She fold many dollars. So we don't know client of which business venture. Deborah say, like Angela said, you could throw a rock and hit 10 preachers in Atlanta. Hell, you might hit 20. Y'all forget ITC is in Atlanta. And a lot of them men that's supposed to be men of the cloth is whores. Because when I was going to school at Clark Atlanta, sometimes we would go and get food over at ITC in their cafeteria, and them men is supposed to be men of God. The men of God. I used to have to cuss out up and coming preachers for being slick and fresh at the mouth. Now that's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it there. Even one of our notoriously whorish pastors from Ocala was going up there on the weekends to get his to get his doctorate of divinity right there at ITC. So it's a whole lot of preachers in Atlanta. We don't know who it is. We don't know. We just don't know yet. Jay McCrory say the only thing that's keeping Porsha from telling on Kelli is Phaedra. The only thing. Girl, I love the Lincoln Lawyer. Boy, Mickey's good. Mickey Holler is good. If y'all don't be on Netflix watching the Lincoln Lawyer, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but you need to. My Sweet say Keon is divorced now, so it can't be him. Did he divorce Shawnee O' Nostrils? I didn't know he's supposed to have divorced Shawnee O' Nostrils. I don't remember that. I don't remember that part. I thought they were still together. Yeah, horny devils. They did that on TV. Oh, okay. But meeting up with somebody at one time don't mean you do business there. So I remember that sis, she did do a transaction in the parking lot, which I wasn't mad with her. Hey, for the right amount of money. And I ain't got to do nothing degrading. I can meet you down to the Piggly Wiggly. You know, wherever you need me to meet you. Blessed woman of God say, Dennis said he knows something on Kelli. If she keep on going, he gonna tell it. Kelli need to sit down somewhere and be quiet. Like, girl, you gonna sit up and crash out your whole life because you jealous of one woman? Yeah, I ain't heard that. Let's look that up because I don't know if I believe that. Hold on. Let's check and see if Shani O. Nostrils and Keon Henderson is still married. Let's check the Reverend Keon Henderson. No, they ain't divorced. Them people ain't divorced. I don't know who told you that. They still married. Him and Shani O. Nostrils is still married. Yeah, they still married. Somebody told you wrong. They still married. That's not what's online. So if they got divorced, it must have happened 2 days ago. Them people still married. Yeah, he do. He definitely do. He definitely be ready to ride for Porsha because he trying to get her to spin the block after he messed everything up with that girl. Because you know that's how men do. They mess up with you, then they try to get you back when you finally figure out that you need to leave them people alone. Yeah, Dennis got tea on him. Dennis got tea on Kelli. And it's all I'm gonna say, without saying too much, is that people in Atlanta, a few people done said some stuff about her. I had heard about the married man before Porsha said something. Now I'm gonna tell you what I believe to be the truth. The married man I heard about, I don't think it's the same one Porsha talking about. I didn't hear about no married preacher. Now I'm gonna say that and I'm gonna leave it alone. I didn't hear about no married preacher, but people been saying this since last year about her going with a married man. Now I'm gonna just leave it at that. So I believe these are two different men. I don't know if it's true, but that's what's being said. Just like the comments were made and the rumor was out about her messing with a married man. It came out the same time that they were saying whoever the woman was that Charles was tricking with, that the boy came and told Angela about, is somebody that's close to Kelli too. So not only is people saying that Kelli got a friendly coochie, that she friends with hoes too, because they saying one of her whole friends is who was going with Charles. Now that's what was said. I don't know if that means that she pushed that boy up to coming, the young man up to coming up there to tell Angela about what was going on. But Lady Rose said she was at church this morning. So yeah, them people ain't divorced. Deborah said I have to listen to the episode again because I thought I heard Porsha say something. Yeah, she said it wasn't no stewardess. So apparently she was trying to make like it was a stewardess or like it could have been, but she made it very, very clear it wasn't no stewardess. It was a preacher, and it was one of Phaedra's clients, and that she ain't trying to hurt nobody's family, but she might want to stay up out her face. Also, Pretty say Porsha told Kelli that the married man she was sleeping with wasn't gonna give her no money, and I believe it. Right, but she up here messing with a man she done code name Jarvis talking about Tony Starks, and apparently he ain't giving her none either. She on TV crying about money, like she Oliver Twist. Black Smile, hey girl, thank you for being like 212. Now Mo say I also believe Kelli was behind that Angela mess last season. I do too. Because she knew the young man. He did what he did. She went over there and had a toast with them. And then when the story started coming out, the young man Alex was finna say something about it. Then he like cut the camera and didn't keep talking. But then the rumors was coming out that the girl that Charles was at that restaurant with, that he was indeed at the restaurant with somebody. But the girl that he was at the restaurant with is somebody that's friends with Kelli. So I'm like, so if the girl he was tricking with is your friend, the person that came and told it is your friend, because you went and had a whole, you over here toasting and cheers and putting your glass up with this cat after he did that to that lady. It's given you got something to do with this. It look a little funny. Cass talking about Creflo Dollar. Now, if Creflo is cheating on Taffy, he need his legs broke in 3 places. Yes, please, sir. May I have some more? Because that's all she doing is crying about money. She crying about money worse than Stanky Cole. Yep, it started at Kelli's event. It was at her event. Your friend came and told you, you went to their table, toasted with them after you finished doing your presentation. And they saying the hoe in question is a friend of yours. I'm sorry, but Kelli looking guilty and guilty about a minute. Guilty and guilty about a minute. And the fact that you got this much stank on you, and you got the nerve to be antagonizing and harassing people that's not even speaking to you. And it was wild to watch her put herself in the jackpot. This was between Porsha and K. Michelle. How you jump in it? Who called your name? Who pushed your button? Who pulled your string? Chatty Cathy. Who pulled your string? Who texted, emailed you? Who sent you a paper plane? Like, who summoned you? It just don't make no sense. Right. Everybody at that event had to be cleared by production. Hello, good night. Yep. That's what they said. Well, see, I believe Creflo do have a private plane, but I believe she could have got $1 or $2 out of Creflo. She might not have been on the TV crying back money. Kiro TV said at the end of the day, Shamia is the puppet master. Yes, but look at the people, the quality of people she's able to puppet. Nobody but the Loser Alliance. Anna Phil saying, hey girl, thank you for being like 214. Mo say Kelly's guest list. Right, it was Kelly's guest list. All roads led to Kelli. Kelli and Pinky nicknames are Broken Broker. That's tough. Evelyn say, did you see Shamia was waiting for Kelli to fight Porsha? She didn't interview until she saw production. She didn't intervene until she saw production intervening. Right. I think they are. You know, Creflo and Taffy been together so long, they look alike. Kiro TV, listen, it's a tough crowd in here. Tough crowd. Say the slow poke Madrokes. I'm done. But yeah, that's who she puppeted in the Loser Alliance. She got the Loser Alliance jumping like jackrabbits, and none of them are hitting the target. None of them. Can we just talk about this for a second? I ain't trying to, but I'm not trying to, drag it out, just overbeat the matter, overflog it. But have y'all noticed? Everybody in the Loser Alliance is trying to have a beef. And all of them are failing miserably. Let's talk about it. Stanky Cole tried to create beef with Phaedra based on Shamia's intel. It flopped. Then she got to Dallas and tried to create something with Cynthia, ended up getting into it with Angela, talking about looks of all things, and it flopped. Now she's scared to go back and forth with anybody because she don't know how it's going to go. But these girls is cutting. We watched K. Michelle try and fail at this point 3 different times to fake a beef with Porsha, and it ain't working. She's trying to fake a beef with Drew, and it's still not working, but Drew is the only person slow enough to go back and forth with her. Porsha just shut her down at the table and told her, now you ain't got to watch your back, front, nothing else, because I ain't talking to your ignorant behind no more. You're sensitive, you're doing too much, and you trying too hard. I'm just not doing it. Failed. We watched Shamia try to beef with Porsha all last year, pretending like Porsha was doing something to her, ended up exposing herself. We got Kelly Farrell been trying to beef since last season. She tried hard as she could this season, got embarrassed and exposed for hunching a married preacher. Girl, you really trying to go to hell. In one of them pods in first class. Like, you really trying to get there. Then you got Shamia this season. She trying to beef with everybody and nobody at the same time. It's like she trying to create beefs with for everybody else. They're not working. She trying to be victim and it's not working. She even tonight tried to pretend like, oh, they trying to kill me, and it's not working. The entire Loser Alliance, their whole strategy appears to be try to create a beef with anybody who's more popular on the show. And it's just not working. Bravo does need a refund from K. Michelle. But if that's the case, they also need a refund from Kelly Farrell. They need a refund from Shamia Morton. She can afford to give it back. And they need a refund from Stinky Cole. Absolutely need a refund from Stinky Cole. Absolutely. Bianca's, oh, y'all, let me get at y'all conversation. Adrian say Porsha curving everybody. Is because Porsha realized I don't have to take you on. Like, you can do all this desperate stuff, but I don't have to take you on. Alita says giving shooting your shot by any means. Right. And none of them are hitting the target. They're not even hitting the outer rim of the target. It's just straw. You know how you can miss all the lines on the target, but you can at least hit the straw. They're not even hitting the straw. Hey, DS, come get Bianca. She ain't been to the corner to visit with you in a long time. You see it, Anna? It's the attempts at beefing, and it makes me feel like the Loser Alliance feels like the only way that they can get attention or make their mark or be seen is by beefing with people that they feel like the fans like better. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not working. It's just not working. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. The fact that we're on episode 8 and we still don't have any personal story to speak of from Kelly Farrell other than I'm broken, I'm crying about it, and I can't film with my kids. All we know about Pinky Stinky Cole is she's getting a vegan bankruptcy. We still don't know what a vegan bankruptcy is because all we know is I'm vegan, I'm getting a bankruptcy. We don't know nothing else about this little bald head lady. We don't know anything about K. Michelle other than her booty is leaking and she's trying to create beef wherever she can. She's about to throw her shoulder out of socket, reaching for something with Porsha. We have no personal story to speak of from Shamia. We already heard about the surrogate last season. Like, what else do we need to know? Only thing we learned tonight is your husband don't want you kissing men and rolling around with men in front of a camera. And you got a friend girl close to you advising you that you don't need to respect your husband. She telling you got a life outside of Gerald. Girl, she wants your home to be imploded like hers is. She wants you to lose everything that you have because she has nothing. She's out here like Whitney Houston. I have nothing. And she wants you to have nothing too. Okay. So, that's the only thing we learned tonight is that you got somebody that you think is your friend. Basically, she feel like Kelly's her flunky and Kelly's playing the flunky role so she can talk you into tearing up your house. You dumb hooker. And she not paying attention because I just seen online, Shamia not paying attention. She online right now, or at least the last couple of days or so, on a girls trip with Candy and what's that boring girl, Yon Yetta, that got the sleep demon on her. They over there in pink swimsuits, hooching around and popping their booties on boats and all this other stuff. Like, girl, if you don't get home to your husband and secure your house and your bag, Shamia ain't smart. Shamia gonna keep right on till she tear her house up. She gonna keep right on till she tear her house up, and she ain't gonna have nobody to blame but herself. Nobody to blame but herself. This is sad to watch because even though I cannot stand Shamia, girl, you got a nice family. You got a nice husband. He make mean money. He take care of you real good. That man look like he love you to pieces. And you finna tear your house up trying to hang with a bunch of women that ain't got no husbands. You need to go home, Shamia. Pink Pilates Princess says she had the nerve to call herself the bankruptcy baddie. Yeah, like, that ain't cute. Your claim to fame is you didn't pay your bills. I wouldn't tell nobody that. Anna say, is it just me? But I don't like the way Shamia dressed. Well, Shamia, according to our girls, our good sis on the phone, Shamia dressed like Elvis Presley. And I tend to agree. It's giving Heartbreak Hotel or Jailhouse Rock. Absolutely. 3 Buckheads say, I've noticed that Kay's Watch What Happens Live energy is totally different from these other interviews she's been doing. I agree. I bet Porsha would have told her to listen to her husband. Yep. Well, listen, y'all, that's the review. We got to wait for the clips to come out during the week. We got to get into that and find out what the hell is going on. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to look at a couple of clips from Watch What Happens Live to see what all this ignorant hooker done said. K. Michelle, that is. And we'll be back to talk about it. We will absolutely be live tomorrow at some point during the day. I can't promise you what time, so don't hold me to that. But we will be live tomorrow because we do have to talk about a couple things, and I'm sure more mess is going to come out about who this married preacher is and everything else. But I need y'all to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10. What y'all giving them? This episode, I'm gonna give them an 8. I'm gonna give them an 8. Wasn't bad. It was a good episode. I wanted to give it like a 7.5, but I'm gonna give it an 8 because right at the end, Porsha almost gave me all the gossip I needed. It was a married preacher and Phaedra's client. So I'm like, glory. They really was at a 7.5 until she provoked Porsha into telling. Now, once she provoked Porsha into telling more than she meant to tell, they made it to an 8. Let me see what y'all giving these women, honey. Let me see what y'all giving them. Okay. 7.5. Okay, 8. Mo Walker gave him a 7. Okay, let's see what else we got going on. Jay McCrory gave him a 7. Anna, uncheck the notification bell and check it back, and maybe it'll work. Just Anticipate gave him an 8. Antoinette say she gonna give him an 8.5. Okay, Cass gave him an 8. I don't know if it was the mid-season finale. Maybe. Aries Diva gave him a 6. Okay, Yvette hit him with an 8. Yep. Anna, what you say? You can't rate them because I ain't see the episode. I feel you. But yeah, we gonna see what happens. Give me a chance to review, to watch What Happens Live a little bit, some of the clips. I'm gonna sit through as much as I can because she really is working my last good nerve. So I cannot promise y'all I'm gonna get word for word on it, but I will go and review and see if anything that was said is worth us digging into. We're gonna get into some of the other things that are going on because there are definitely some other things that are going on. So we will be live tomorrow. Likely it will be earlier in the day. So all of y'all who got your notification bell checked, I need y'all to uncheck it and check it again to try to make sure that you get your notifications. But it'll likely be early in the day because we want to barbecue and drink cocktails and sit outdoors too. We want to do that too to celebrate Memorial Day. Okay. So listen, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know. Listen, if you didn't hit the like button on the way in, I need you to please hit the like button on the way out. Hit this good channel. Okay. Also make sure you're in Discord because I always tell my family in Discord first. They always know when I'm finna go live and they get the gossip that sometimes don't make it to a live stream. So make sure that you in Discord. Now don't miss moderators. Make sure that Discord link is in the chat. Okay. Also subscribe if you haven't subscribed because we happy to have you here and you like it here. So hit it so you can come back now. If you want to join channel membership, there's a join button beneath the video and a membership link in the description box. Now also in that description box, we got the link for my book, Little Girl, Big World. It is a survival guide for all of our girls leaving home for the first time. Let's keep our daughters safe. Y'all know we do not play about pretty black girls on this channel. We need them safe. We need them to have tips and clues and all kind of things to make sure they know how to stay safe with new friends and new environments, parties, classes, even interacting with their professors. Okay, so let's keep our daughters safe. That link is there and it's also on Amazon.com. Just type in Seanitra and it will pop right up. We have the link for our merchandise store so you can get your crown gear and represent the royal family. And we also got the link for our Amazon storefront so you can shop for your home like I shop for mine. Also, there is the link for my Amazon wish list in case y'all want to send a girl some more notebooks so we can keep the gossip straight, pens, snacks, goodies, anything. And I always appreciate all support. I want to say thank you again to Bianca the Beautiful, our head moderator, head archangel in the chat for sending me my Canada Dry cherry fruit splash ginger ale because it was so good. It was so lovely with that Sir Davis, and I appreciate you. And for everybody else, y'all know what it is. So as y'all get into your week tomorrow, you start your Monday, remember to be positive and productive. encourage the people around you, save energy to encourage yourself. And remember, in case nobody else says it to you, God loves you. I love you. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Talk to y'all again soon, okay? Bye.